What a lovely day to feel like shit.
This is the Four Eyes Podcast, baby.
Take it easy. Before I like to do this thing,
breathe.
we'll just like do a nice big shut our mouths for a second. I mean, I'll close it after I'm done. Take a big deep breath in through our nose and then exhale. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, you're here. You're ready. Ready to go. Feeling grounded, feeling centered. How you feeling?
Kind of nervous.
Nervous, right? Dude, I'm fucking
Butterfly.
bricking it right now, man.
Bricking it, wait.
Crowning. It's crowning right now, dude. But nerves,
Can't blame that. I
nerves are
can't
good,
fault that.
man. Nerves are good because
Yeah,
that
it
means
reminds you that you're alive.
not where I was going, but I like where you're going with this. That's
Oh my
good,
God.
dude. But it reminds you that you're alive, one, and two, that you care about
Yeah, I
whatever
was
it is
gonna
that you're
say,
involved
that you
with, which
care.
is that's,
Priceless these days.
dude. That makes my heart go a little
well,
crazy.
how can I not care? Look at this.
Yeah, you like
I mean,
this?
you
I got some new additions to got the piece over there. Got the this is your handiwork actually. This is really nice.
Yeah, that dude. His name is
Luigi.
Luigi. Textbook Italian. So we've got
Mm-hmm.
in the house right now Tony Carboni,
Yep, correct.
aka Gay Tony.
Sure. That is one of my aliases. I go by many names, dude. I go by
The
many
streets
names.
know this man, and if you know, you know.
They will find out soon enough. I've got some big plans for it. I've got some big plans for my other personalities, dude. They're coming out
Yeah.
pretty soon. I'm pretty excited to, I don't know, just get underway with like the rest of the year. I feel like for whatever reason, I didn't really start participating until like a couple of weeks ago.
I never realized everyone was playing.
I had no idea. I had no idea people were doing shit.
This
I was
whole
like,
time, I had
oh.
just been like, yeah.
I thought we were all playing video games and doing nothing, dude. I thought that was what we were doing.
Only the winners are fucking spending their time doing what they want to do, which is playing video games.
Did you just call me a fucking loser, dude?
No, I called you a winner. I called you a
Wait,
winner.
sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
You called yourself a loser.
I did, yeah, and it's a fair assessment because that's how I felt for a while, man. I was like, man, I'm just playing video games. I have no fucking passions and desires. Everything's
Yeah,
fizzled
fuck.
out. I was depressed, dude.
Dude, recently?
Well, I would say
Or currently?
like currently I'm good. I'm fucking
Nice.
top of the world right now. I'm chilling, shooting
the way.
threes, draining them. I'm fucking
True.
having a great time. But there was a bit there where I was a little bit like on the ropes. I was like,
Fuck the world.
a little bit. I was like, man, fuck this. Like, I did what I did a lot of shit. I was like riding that like tail end bit. I was like, yeah, I did some stuff. These motherfuckers haven't done shit. And then I was like, oh man, I'm not doing anything. And it's
Wait, so you were saying you did shit?
yeah, I felt like I had accomplished
Felt
stuff.
like job was done.
Almost a little bit where it was like, yeah, I think job done is the right way to say that. It's
Job
like,
done. Don't you know my history? Don't you know what I've done? Don't you know that I've been here before?
where's that from? Is that from the Dome?
Huh?
Are you making that up as you go?
Oh man, if anything was written down, that'd be so helpful. It's not. Well, sorry, carry on. I didn't mean to.
No. It's this is what we're here for, man. This is what we're here for. This is just as much for me as it is for you. But I felt really like I was coaxing on the tail end of something really good, and I was like, man, I'm good. Like this will be enough. And then I finally realized I was like, I wasn't doing it for like to stick it to everybody else or whatever. Like that's like the ego getting involved there. I was doing it because it was an escape, and it was like a return to like what I felt like a purpose was, you know, because that's what this episode is about. It's about purposes and shit like that. So this is all planned. Beautiful segue that I got going on here. Fucking awesome.
It's all written down.
And then I wish, dude, like you said, it'd make it so much fucking easier, man.
And you can write it down. It's just.
I
choose
could.
not to.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. This is my fucking show.
I'm busy, bro.
Do whatever I want, man. But yeah, I felt like there was job done, and I could, I could coax off that, and I'd be alright, and I'd be fine, and I could take a little break. Then the little break turned into like months at a time, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, it sucks. And then, man, I don't really know what it was that kind of pulled me out of that little rut, but I was like, as soon as I found it, I'd found myself I clung onto it for dear life, and I dragged myself out again, and now I feel like
Wait, what'd you hold on to?
it's not like an actual...
Just the path out of there.
The path out of there was like, to be specific, it was the episode that I shot with my mate Danny. Like that, like I finally sat down and sat in front of it, and I started hearing myself and like hearing what Danny was saying.
Isn't that so powerful when you have to tell someone what you think, and then you're like, man, you're reminded so much of what,
Dude.
and like it's so powerful. Like it's so powerful to have your say and to have your answer, and it just reminds you, like, it reminds you of where you stand, and like it's just the biggest check-in with yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like. I felt like I was sitting with myself, and I was like, this guy would be fucking ashamed, or not ashamed, but he would be like, he wouldn't recognize the person because I'd lost that, like, that, I don't want to say get up and go,
That
but
magic.
a little bit. I was saying I lost my mojo. That's what I was referring. Like when I was getting asked questions and shit, I was like, I lost my mojo. Man.
It happens, man. I think everyone loses their mojo, and sometimes, and they're like kind of like pretty frantic, or like, I don't know. They kind of feel like, I kind of refer to it as like that magic. It feels like it kind of leaves you.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, you know, the mundane, the day-to-day, the real stuff kind of like gets a bit too real, and you're like, wait. I don't know. It's almost like that escape of like potential and what if, and that vision of what you want to be can like really take you somewhere. And
Dude,
sometimes you can lose sight of where your noble aim or purpose is, and you know, you kind of give up on it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's like you were inside my mind and you found the words to perfectly say it. It's the mundane. It took over, like the 9 to 5, the fucking grind, the all the stuff that you need to do to physically be here, but like spiritually and like mentally to be here. If you don't divvy up that focus between that and like all this other shit, like you're saying, like that purpose or that drive or that magic, it fucking leaves you, and like, because you can't survive in that environment. That's exactly what it was, man. It was like the mundane taking over, and it just happens.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? And that's why I think it's really important. Like, I was swiftly reminded again why it was so important that, or why I felt so like strongly about doing this sort of stuff in the first place. Like, I've kind of got like a new definition or like a new purpose as to why like I do. It's not so much to have this like all the lights and the cameras or whatever. It's more so to just have this moment captured, right? To just have it for that exact reason that I experienced firsthand. And I've been experiencing it for sure, but this time it really fucked me up, where I was like, oh my God, dude, like I got pulled away, like that fucking magic left me for a bit there, and I was like, holy shit. But dude, just like that, it like fucking flooded back into me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
so strange.
Invigorated again, dude. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, a lot there. Like, fuck, I've lost my thought.
No, dude. But I was gonna say, let me take over real quick. I'm gonna roll the carpet for you really quickly. After everything that we just said, my first thing that I want to talk to you about is like, because when I was going through like all of this thing, I remembered to a conversation that me and you had. We've had a lot of conversations about this, but something that I really hold on to a lot, man, and think about all the time is when we're sitting outside of like, I think it was Empire or something. I don't know what we're doing. We had like a staff meeting for whatever the fuck we're doing, and we're sitting there and we were just talking. And you were like, I can't remember exactly what you said, but I remember what you looked like when you were saying it. And you made this face. You're like, dude, you're like, this is like important, man. Like, you're doing something here. Like, the way you were talking to me, I was like, dude, like, he lit this fire inside me. And when I was going through that moment that I was telling you about, I was thinking about all of the people that I had like included to some degree on this journey that I went on. And I thought about you, and I was like, fuck, man, like, Swino would understand, like, the fire, man. Like, he had it. Like, he's been the guy. Like, he's had that you gotta do this fucking thing, man. Like, we're here for a different reason. Like, you're always that type of person in the last couple of months to a year or whatever it is since we've been able to have any conversations like this. You've always had that desire and that fire within you, and you've always been slowly trying to make your way towards it. and it's ramped up a little bit more and more. But what I want to know, this is a really long roundabout way of asking you a question, but what I wanted to know from you is, when I was sitting there and going through that, whatever, is there something that you can think about in your, I don't want to say path or journey because I say it a lot, but is there something or a moment in time in which you can remember that is similar to what I was experiencing? And do you feel
As in a
comfortable
low
talking about
where
it?
someone needs to like be inspired or just reminded of like.
Well, let me say it to you like this. Is there a moment where you felt like that magic fully like just dip and just leave
From
you?
me?
Yeah, from you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'm only human. I'm only as much as what the next person is.
Mm.
Just a little bit different. And like, you can be blessed with like such great ideas and such great visions for what you can be, and like that what if of like what it is, and you can be gifted with the talents to probably get there, but like that's half the equation. It's kind of the other stuff, which is the perseverance of kind of sticking to it and seeing it out. And that's where, you realize the long game of it all, and it can kind of all like start to crumble.
Mm.
And I think, I don't know, for like feeling like that kind of all that, your hopes and dreams aren't going to happen anymore, and having that kind of feeling sink in. Like, I think I had that just the other day. like, what the fuck? And I remember I was confused in a situation, and I like really didn't know how to handle it. And like, because the last couple of years for me had been like, there was just so much magic in the air too. Like, everything would happen. There would be just such like coincidences, which, as spiritual as they may be, may not be. And so they were just, everything was just too good to be true. And it felt like we're all just like traveling down such a beautiful path. And then kind of like that mirage faded and that cookie crumbled. And then you were left with like, I don't know, I guess just yourself. And like, your dream hadn't turned out the way you thought it would. I don't know, maybe the partnership with the people didn't plan out the way you thought it would. People didn't do what you thought they would. And your master plan ain't nothing but a dream.
Mm.
And so you feel like, you're like, fuck, I'm just a dude here. Like, I can't do much on my own.
Just one man.
And I remember, like, this was literally the other day. I was like, and I was like, oh man, I really don't know what to do. Like, I really don't know how to behave and what to choose and what like path to go down in a way.
Mm.
And typically, like, the path kind of reveals itself to me, and like, kind of like that like a stream and a river, like it's gonna find its way to the ocean. Like, it's pushing in its way, so the easiest way is kind of the path of less resistance, and so to speak, not holding on stubbornly to like your ideas, or to try and put someone else down to like try and pick yourself back up, or get yourself a bit higher. So yeah, I was just kind of literally going like a bit within, like, fuck, show us a sign.
Yeah, dude, show me something, right?
Show us a sign. Like, give us a little pat on the back that, hey, maybe it is going to be okay, or maybe you are going down the right way, in a way.
Did you get the pat on the back? What's going on?
And I didn't. Like, and I'm fucking still, no, I'm joking. I didn't straight away. It's not like, it's not like a leaf's going to fall on your head with a little fucking note on it saying go left after 10 paces, and fucking take Tony's mic and don't look back, because it's no. I found the next day, like, my problem resolved itself, like, I guess, and that's another thing. Problems, don't act so swiftly because shit will pass.
Yeah.
Like, the storm will pass.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like, don't move with haste. Don't move out of emotion. Like, just fucking be a bit of a man and, handle your shit. And, that problem is probably going to be solvable.
Yeah. Looking at it with, like, the perspective of time added to it changes it, for sure.
Anyway, so back to that. Yeah, magic was gone. I was like, yo, soul brother from the heavens above, give us a taste of something. Just, are you still there if you were ever there? Because, I kind of like to think like that and subscribe to that faith because I think it's just heaps of fun.
Dude, you were so fucking cool, man. You were so fucking cool. That was the coldest. So fun, dude. You're right. It is mad fun. You have to. You have to, man.
Yeah, and what you believe is what's real.
Yeah.
In a way. So like.
No, totally. I
yeah.
completely agree with that.
Like,
sorry, but anyway, as you were.
So yeah, fucking send a message to the stars. Like, yo, you guys still checking out on me, just making sure that I'm not gonna fucking walk off this cliff.
And
like,
you see that shit that just happened? It's pretty fucked up. You wanna give me a hand?
Like, bro, like I'm ready to fucking punch on with like fucking I don't know, the next one. But the next day, all this stuff that, all these incredible coincidences just happened and all these problems went away and all this confirmation of like, just like, oh wow, wouldn't this be such a unachievable, unthinkable coincidence that would happen in the next day? Almost like, kind of a sign that, oh, this is kind of a good thing. So, I don't know, for me, I just interpreted that and just was like, you know what, fuck it. Keep believing in yourself. Keep moving. Because even if it's not the way you're supposed to go, maybe you're supposed to learn that and just know that at least that ain't the fucking way. So like,
damn. That's cold as fuck, man. You just keep going. I want to
talking nonsense.
No, dude. These are good. These are good. Sentence good, dude. Very good. I want to talk about something that you said that that like got my ears perked up, and I was like, yo, I think that's really something, and I think you do it pretty well. Like, as an observation of someone who I'd like to say that I know you, at least somewhat, but just not moving with haste, like time, like almost taking like a step back and a breath and like letting, not moving or reacting immediately with that intense emotion and stuff. That's a pretty hard thing to do, especially when something's like pretty fucking
That's
intense.
no small feat. Like,
no, man.
That's a level 1000. It's like Monk Master. To like literally just sleep on it.
How do you, like, this is like, because I'm thinking about it a little bit more now. It's like, how the fuck do you, like, how do you do it? What do you do? Like, do you just have to physically like take a fucking step back and go, all right, man. Like, how do you pull yourself out of that mindset that's just like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna go fucking smash this guy's fucking face in. Like, how do you stop yourself from getting consumed by that?
I think for me personally, I don't always. I think everyone's got
so different.
Yeah, legit, bro. Yeah, I've got to come back to that because I had a fucking beautiful moment like that.
Yeah. All right. No, we'll come back to this. Okay. We'll come back to it for sure.
Fuck, wait, I don't know where we are at now.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm not perfect. I think my emotions get the best of me in many instances, and I think every day is a new day. Amen.
Ain't that some shit? Cheers.
Bro, it doesn't, yeah, fucking, I'll cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Apricot
strawberry, dude. This is
half
this
a
one's
star health rating.
Dude, this fucking splits the room, man. People love this or they hate it.
Yes.
Let me know what you think.
That's not flavor, but that's flavor.
Dude,
but
I'm going to fucking probably
like
punch a bunch of kids in the face when Red Bull decides to discontinue this because I love it. I buy like this. I have a problem, dude. I was like we were talking before. Quit smoking, and now I fucking got so many other vices. Anyway, we'll get into that.
Wait,
later.
what were we talking about?
Ah, fuck.
Oh yeah, every day,
New
brand
day.
new fucking challenge,
new day.
like legit. And something very valuable that I think I learned is, to an extent, it doesn't matter about any of your previous steps before you got to your fucking current spot. Literally, the only thing that kind of fucking matters is your next step. If you're sitting there thinking about all the steps you took before, of how good that was to get there, if you're busy thinking about that, if you're busy waiting on that, you ain't gonna move anywhere else, and you're probably gonna be a bit distracted and not really appreciate it and fuck up your next step.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, that shit's all kind of history.
That's exactly what I was doing. That's nail on the head, man. Like I was thinking about all the other. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I did all this. I did all that.
Job
like,
done.
look
I've
how,
done
look
this.
how much
I've
I
been
did."
here, but
Fuck
where
it,
am I right now? And what am I gonna? Where am I gonna go?
Sitting in my room, naked, fused to my fucking gaming chair. No wins on the fucking
16
game.
hours deep.
Literally, dude.
No
Fucking
sleep.
3 a.m. Like fucking, come on, one more game. Fucking nowhere.
I'm a
man,
zombie,
nowhere.
bro. But I'm finding this form.
It's weird because this is something that I think you might be interested in this as well. It's like within that space, there's also like there's like genuine enjoyment and pleasure to be found there, like in that.
In
that
escaping,
well, not
or
as,
like gaming or chilling out, because I 100% think so.
not specifically that. Yes, absolutely. But I'm talking about like when you're focusing on those other steps that you took or whatever, and you're not
Yeah.
necessarily taking new ones. There's like enjoyment and real pleasure that can be derived from that state of mind, man. Like that's why people
reflecting
stay
on your-
there.
Oh yeah,
Getting like caught up in like all the past and like, yo, I did this, like
yeah.
that,
Just
like,
pad your ego.
that's where I was going with this. Is like it's pleasure, but for like that evil part of yourself that
Yeah.
you're not allowed to really
It's this
let get out of
self-indulgent, like
control.
self-indulgent kind of
Yeah.
like, I'm better than this moment right now because of my previous moments. And it's like,
Clip that, clip that. No, but you're right, and that's something that I think we can all attest to. That we get caught
Yeah.
up in that.
yeah, we get caught up in it. But the thing is, like, yeah, history is a good indication of what may happen in the future. But like, to an extent, I don't really give a fuck about what you did before, because like, there's only right now.
Hmm.
And there's only kind of like right now. Like, tomorrow ain't ever gonna come.
Dude, there's this
And, like,
fucking
yeah.
quote, man. Put
Kung
the
Fu
quote
Panda
on the
one?
screen.
On the screen.
You fuck! I knew you were gonna catch me.
Sorry.
It's I don't know what the kung fu, the present thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
today-
put that on the screen, but also put the Rocky one on the screen that Trav's been saying, where it's like, oh fuck, man,
Life's
it's
a
good.
bitch.
It's
gonna
like,
knock you
but
down.
it's exactly the same. It's like there is no tomorrow.
Oh,
like
right,
there is
yeah.
only today or whatever.
Well,
it
it's
is.
so true. Like, because an opportunity never presents itself twice in the same way. Like, the world's too complicated for that to be the case. It's never going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So when you say, like, if you kind of just, like, bitch out of the moment, like, in a way, and you kind of like, I got time, I'll do that another time, apart from right now, it's like, okay, cool. You can maybe you do put it in your calendar, and maybe you are really disciplined and you fucking follow that shit and you're a professional, and like that fucking 3:43 p.m. on a Tuesday rolls around and you're like, oh shit, I gotta meditate for 2 minutes and then like smoke a cigarette, and you do it. Like, I don't know.
We ain't disciplined like that. You're not
No.
doing it. Is basically
Yeah, basically it's
you're
like,
not doing it. Yeah.
there is no tomorrow. Like, you're probably not gonna fucking do it, especially if you can do it right now.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you think?
there's
what do you
leeway
think-
on that.
I was gonna say, what do you think that is though? Why is that? Is it lack of discipline? Is it fear that gets in the way of you doing that, or is it you're too
I
comfortable?
think
Like, what
it's
is
like it's a couple of things. Like, you probably just wanted to chill. Like, you probably just wanted to fucking like not
Yeah.
put on the fucking, not think about it, not
Yeah.
put on the energy, just being a little bitch.
Multifaceted.
It's
would you say?
multifacets, bro. You're
Yeah.
being a little fucking bitch. You're thinking it's gonna be easy, and you'll just do it later. You're thinking it's just gonna do itself, or you thinking you're more than what you are.
Oh, dude, I love that. It's like, I love that idea. It's like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. If today you's not gonna do it, tomorrow
Yeah,
you
bro.
is
Look, you
definitely
think you're
not
getting
gonna
better?
do it.
You
Right?
think you're getting better?
Fuck
Maybe you are if
that.
you're putting in the work.
Man, I want to ask
If you're
you.
not, you're just declining.
You. That's it. Like, I think there's truth in what you're saying about declining. That's such a specific word, because you're not going the other way. Right?
Well, it's not like you're getting more energy. It's not
No,
like you're getting
exactly right. But there's a pace in which you fall, and I think the more often that you do this shit, where you say you're gonna do it or you don't do it or whatever,
Yeah.
the faster you fall every single time. Does that make sense?
Well, you get used to disappointing yourself.
Exactly, and that is.
And then you stop really
horrid.
caring if you disappoint yourself.
And you should
And then
care
there's
the
no
most.
and
if
there's
you
no
disappoint.
boss who you're like, oh, what does it matter? And it's like,
Bro.
honestly, it doesn't matter anything. But if you want it to be, then you gotta do it.
Yeah, make it happen. I've been thinking about that so much, man, and like that's another one of these the reasons why I pulled myself out of this thing. I was like, man, like I am not getting what I want unless I go and get it. Like I want to go
Yeah.
to Spain, dude. I need to fucking go to Spain.
Espanol.
I need to go. I need to Catalonia. I want to go to fucking Catalonia. Shout out Edgar, the guy that we met at fucking Coochie Creek, dude. Awesome.
Is that with Trav?
That was
Bro, that's what I was talking about.
magic, dude.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Magic.
yeah, and I feel like he's someone who's got to sit in this chair that I'm sitting in right now.
Oh, absolutely, and like this is something that it like shocked me a little bit too. It's like as solitary as like this journey of like if you want to do it, you got to do it. It doesn't have to be like that. Like there are a lot of people that are on the same trajectory and on the same sort of path that you're on. And there is so much value in having them walk with you. I'm not saying for the entire duration, but, you know, like for a little coffee break, like while you're on your or whatever it is, like, you know, just indulge in the people that are around you, that are with you on the same level and the same trajectory.
For sure. And you don't know what value they're going to bring to you.
Exactly. There's so much that you could get from that interaction and that time with that person.
And you don't know what you're going to give to them. If you're going to be the guy who's strong, or the girl who's strong and like headstrong and anyway, yeah, if you're going to be the person who's going to be like, fuck it, I'm backing myself.
Yeah.
I'm chasing this dream. Bro, that shit is contagious.
Oath, man.
Like, that thing is so... You don't understand how you could change your... Like, it could be your friend's life, or it can be the new friends you make by going down that thing. Believing in yourself is going to be like, bro, wait, you can do that? Like,
literally.
Everyone else is over here doubting themselves, going like, oh, but someone does it so much better than me. It's like, bro, you and me ain't so different.
Yeah.
Like, just shut the fuck up and just do it. Like, or give it a go. And like, if you fail, bro, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to change our perspective on failure. I love that you said failure here, because it's so... I think that's what stops a lot of all of this shit.
Bro, 100%.
It's like this
People
weird fear of
think
failure.
people care.
You should be afraid to not get a turn or not get a go. Not for the fact that you get a turn and you step up to the plate and you fuck it up. How you gonna ever hit a home run if you don't fucking practice, dude?
Yeah, man. Legit, like...
It's heartbreaking. Like, you know, I see it in so many people that I know and so many, like, people in general. Like, it's just... Dude, you're getting in your own way. Like,
as soon as people realize that, like, those who fail the most are gonna win the most, like, then they'll start
gotta have
shifting.
skin in the game to win the game, dude.
Like, the more...
Wanna make the millions, gotta put the money on the table.
The more you fail, the more you will win.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, but have a short-term memory, bro. Don't fucking... Don't give off...
what you were saying before.
As soon, when you fail, be like, shit.
Alright,
But like,
shit. On to the next one.
Yeah, up again. Because, man, if you wanted to, you could just like give it a go, fail, and just sit on that. And you could just hang on to that forever. And then you can literally just let that define your psyche or define your mentality. Like, or how you even think about yourself on a certain thing.
Failure is like this anvil that's fallen on top of us, but it's not, man. It's like we need to shed that idea of what it is, because that's what keeps us from trying again and again and again. But it's so hard because you can't, like, you can say it all you want to, and this is like the awful truth about it. It needs to come from within, and like you said, inspiring people by like associating yourself with people that are doing something that is inspiring to you in any form is a really good place to start. I think that's somewhere that you can then, because you have commonality, you have common ground, especially with people you know, and you see them do something, you're like, fuck man, you can do that. Like you hit it nail on the head perfectly, and that's exactly how I think I've been able to get to the point where I am. It was because of the fact of the people that I was around. They were like doing stuff that I was like, that's fucking awesome. And then I was like, hey, I want to try some of this. And then they were like, yo, that's fucking awesome. And then it's like, it has like this bouncing like back and forward effect, which I think it's how you're supposed to play the game, dude.
Maybe.
I think that's
Who
how you're
knows,
supposed to play
though? Who knows?
Oh, dude.
You can play the game however you want, really.
I don't know anything. You got to play the game in a way
something.
in which you can, like, have fun, I guess. Like,
well,
it's the point of playing, right?
fuck, bro. Depends how you define success.
You want to talk about success?
You
now,
want to talk
dude?
about success?
This is my fucking show, dude. All right, I fucking pick what we talk about.
Hey, sorry. No, but like genuinely, like, you know, if you're playing the game and if you want to earn like, you know, I want to be the most dominant motherfucker. I want to get the most coins. I want to be like, I want to be that guy. You know, you can like do that, but like, you know, you're gonna have to really earn that, and like, there's going to be a lot of suffering to achieve that.
That's the thing too, and like this is something that I think also stops a lot of people, and even myself. Like, it's that sacrifice too, because sacrifice always leads to suffering to some degree, right? And suffering will always include sacrifice. I fully believe
even
that.
a lack of sacrifice leads to suffering.
Absolutely, one can't exist without the other in any sense of it, and that's the hardest bit because you know,
need to choose a sacrifice.
You have to. You fucking.
Or
have
the
to,
sacrifice chooses you.
Fuck. Dude, I think the sacrifice got me for a little bit, man. I was like, damn. Because I didn't pick one.
Cut this goatard out. Where's my spirit guide gone? Come back to me.
Man, it's tough, though, because how do you pick what you sacrifice? You know, like, you want this, but how can you know? You know, it's like one of the, like, you want to chase the coin. All right. You're not going to know what that sacrifice looks like until you're in that fucking moment.
Yeah. So you gotta,
like,
you really
can't foresee that shit. Or you kind of can, but not really to 100%.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to study or whatever it is, like there's something that you're not going to be able to prepare for when you make that sacrifice.
And in a way, to an extent, like society, and like
yes, I love this. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
We're kind of made. We're really positioned to choose our sacrifice when we're like 17.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like, well, you know, we're leaving school and we've like touched our toes on many different things. You know, some might be fortunate enough to like, you know, have considered what they actually want to do or what they think they might be good at. Or like, you know, their choices come from within them in a way. I just think that at the moment, you know, we're kind of just like, you know, they tell us what to think in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they tell us what we're doing and we don't really have much choice to an extent of what we're going to be doing or what it's actually going to be like. And then, you know, we kind of go off to uni, go off to our trade. You know, we've done everything, but we've never really done anything. And we've made to make a choice, not knowing what it's going to actually be like. Yeah, but fuck. It's also like pretty good how we've got it set up. Like, there's
Dude,
also a lot of.
I hate that. I fucking hate that. That what you did just there, where it's like, fuck, man. And then there's always like that flip side of the coin. It's pretty good, sure, but at the same time, like, I think about that exact situation a lot because it's like I remember that time when I was like leaving school and how monumental of a decision that felt like. I felt like, all right, I gotta go to uni because I don't want to do this, but I need to do something. And as soon as I got there, I was like, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. This is fucking terrible. And then as soon as I did the thing that I was scared of, I was like, oh, this is actually not too bad. But then again, it flipped again. It was like, oh, actually, this sucks. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. That
You realize it all sucks.
it's like all rubbish. But I think
Just enjoy your cookies.
it's because of the perspective more than anything else. Because I was like, well, this is what I'm told to think, right? So it's like, this is what I need. Like, I need to have this. I need to have this. I had that timeline in my head from implanted through society and people around me or whatever. I was like, all right, 25, you better have your own place, nice woman,
Comparison.
some kids or something like that. Travel around. And then I got to like 19 and I was like, oh, fuck, dude. Like,
I'm not on track.
I'm not on track. And it was horrible. And you fall into all of these fucking easy holes that are around you from the beginning, but that are not so obvious until you're in that state where you're like, oh my God, fuck. And that's when shit really goes off the rails for a lot of people.
Yeah, and then it, like, you're already in a lost and confused place. But then, like, you're already vulnerable, right? But then everyone's just like, oh, by the way, you're a fucking loser. Like, they just pack it on even more. And you're like, this is the last thing I needed. Like, hold
like
me.
a hug and
Hold
stuff,
me.
like, legit.
But
It's like,
instead, it's like, oh, by the way, like, you should probably be doing a bit better.
oh my God. It's like, hey, I love what you're doing. I really like this. It's like, fucking this shit up.
Like, earn a bit more fucking money already. It's like, oh shit. Sorry, I was trying to smile.
With your family, dude. You're really letting that part of yourself fall away. Yeah, what the fuck? Give me a break, man. Relax. Get off my dick.
It's like, oh, you're miserable doing that? It's like, oh, wow. By the way. Yeah, by the way, if you want even more, like, I'm about to make you more miserable, bro. Anyway.
It's...
Bounce back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, fuck. If you're going to take anything away from that, is like, hey, we're still alright. I'm pretty jovial most of the time. I'm pretty happy you have these moments.
And they're saying that because they care. And they want you to pay them.
They want you to be a part of the machine. Good little cog. Keep the machine moving. Come on. Nah, man. It's fucking... You can go as far as you want to, but at the same time, like, with all of that being said, like, I'm a full-on fucking believer now that it comes from within. Like, we are the end-all, be-all when it comes to anything that is upsetting us. Yeah. Our external fucking bullshit or whatever is completely out of our control.
Yeah, bro. What you choose to believe is just your reality.
Exactly. If you have the shittest circumstance or if something really terrible happens to you, like, you know, I'm sure we can all agree that we've been in those moments. It's how we react to that situation that then affects us. Like, if we don't know that what's happened is bad, we couldn't give less of a fuck. But if we've been told to think like, hey man, you're not making $35,000 by the end of the month, you're actually
hey bro, you're missing my quota.
Literally, it's like, well, it's actually not that terrible. It's the perspective in which you have that, I don't know, can help you cope with that situation. But that's hard to change when all you've known is this other thing.
Yeah, it's what you're told to value.
Exactly. When you have that moment with yourself to sit down and reevaluate what is actually really important to you, that's when you start to live a better and, you know, happier life. Yeah, but at the same time, I've noticed, in order to get to that state, some terrible shit usually precedes that. You know, like before you have that moment of reflection or introspection, the most fucking horrible, heinous bullshit has just happened to you, and that's like the last thing you do.
Yeah, bro,
I hate that.
You always got to go through the mud to get to the gold. Well,
you
don't have to. You don't have to, but like,
it seems like that's the way everyone goes to get to the. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fine. I wish it was a little bit easier for some people, and some people don't go through the mud at all, and they just have this moment where they're like, oh, actually, this is what I want to do now. This is who I am. This is my true blah 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 whatever. But that's something that I think we can all sort of relate to, is like that feeling of like, oh man, like I need to change some shit. Like this is one of my questions that I've been asking a lot of people as well, and I want to ask you about it as well. What was that moment like for you? Like when you were like, fuck, I need to have a sit down and really like rearrange some of like these like pillars of identity that I have based my life of however many years up until this point. When was like...
Wait, sorry, can you say the question again?
Yeah, what was like the big moment in your life that was like, oh fuck, I need to like change some shit. I need to like rearrange.
Bro, I reckon I reckon I've had many moments in life like that.
I don't care about the many. I want the one.
Okay, the one moment.
No, I do care about
I
all
think-
of them. But what was that really like the one that you remember the most?
I think it was when I first got to Queensland, and I was about like 6
6 years old.
6 years old.
Mm.
And I don't know if you remember them, but we had these treats in the house, like clinkers. Do you remember them? I don't know, bro. They're like,
Yeah, put clinkers on the screen.
it's like fucking, it's like a fucking Cinco for like a chocolate, but like
That
it's
makes
like,
no
sorry,
fucking
yeah,
sense.
that is the
I
word.
knew what you're talking about.
Bro. It's like fucking colorful, crunchy
Yeah.
honeycomb shit.
Okay.
Anyway, I remember going like, oh yeah, like I wanna clinker, like pestering my dad, like, oh, because we only had a little pack of lollies and it's like one packet for the family. And I was like, oh yeah, I want one. He's like, no, after dinner. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, disappointed. Didn't get my chocolate.
Yeah.
Didn't get what I wanted.
Fuck.
Didn't get my sweet. Even if it, probably wasn't what I needed, but I didn't know that. I just knew I wanted it. So I was like, Dad, let me get it.
Come on.
And he swapped me down. He's like, no, you're not getting it. I was like, later on in the day, just cruising around as like my 6-year-old self, you know, just fucking looking at the world and stuff.
Just being a 6-year-old, dude.
I found the clinkers.
Oh, no.
I found the packet. And I was like at this like dilemma where I was like, I've got what I want, even though I don't deserve it. It's not what I need. And like I've been told against doing it.
So what'd you do?
And I was like, fuck it, why wouldn't I take it? I've got my hands on what I wanted.
Jesus Christ.
And I took my packet of clinkers and I walked away and I went to the... Bro, I remember... Because I was like... I was pretty afraid of my dad. He would... like, like, I don't know. And I remember sitting in the bathroom, bro, with this packet of clinkers. And it's like, you know, having one was like, bro, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna treasure this, like, little fucking chocolate. Because, like, I didn't have anything before. So I got one.
I had nothing before I had the clinkers, dude.
You know, and I'd get one, and like my sister would get one, and probably see who could like hold on to it the longest, because then she'd have nothing and fucking.
Oh my god.
I know the games, the weird. I don't know.
Dude, I understand. It's the games we play, cuz.
And then all of a sudden I find myself, and I've got the whole fucking packet, and I'm like, well, you know, here's the other side of the
Clink is
mountain.
gonna clink, dude.
Here's the other side of the mountain. I've got like 30 in my hand, as opposed to treasuring one. Like, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating it. I'm like, oh, pink. And I'm like, because they're different colors, you don't know what they'll be. Oh, green. And it was great. And then my dad came into the bathroom just to use it, and he catches me, and he's just, bro, the look of disappointment.
Immeasurable, dude.
Bro, and disappointment just burns so much harder than anything else. Especially from your loved ones. Like, when they're just like, they're not mad. They're
But it's
not
like
angry.
proper
They're
disappointment.
just like disappointed. And you just feel it, bro. And he's just like, Tom, it's like, the reason I told you not to take them was because we all need to have some. And I just had, like, it's just stuck with me forever. It's like, it's not just about me. Like, it's not just what I want. Because there's factors and there's other people out here with their other needs, their other wants that I never considered. But if I eat all the clinkers, I'm going to get fat ass. and I ain't going to fucking... And I ain't going to... You know what I'm saying? You know.
Oh man,
There's not gonna be enough to go around.
I know what you're saying, and can I just say something? I don't want to sound like an asshole, dude, but let me just say this, dude. You took me on this fucking clinkers journey, this clinkers story. I don't even know what the fuck this is, and that ending was moving. I didn't think we were gonna get something like that, but that's a fucking heavy thing to like sort of comprehend as a 6-year-old
Well, the
kid.
simplest things, it's like, bro, everything's deep.
Yeah,
And everything's
everything is-
simple.
Oh, dude, have you listened to any fucking music ever? You sit with it for like more than 10 minutes and you're like, oh my god. does that mean, is this?
Yeah.
And you're right, it's those little moments, and that was a huge moment for you.
Well, it's
like
just a life lesson of just like,
Yeah.
feeling shame and feeling like going against what I was told because I didn't realize why they were telling me in the first place.
Yeah.
And then learning that and having that perspective of like, bro, like,
Yeah, man.
think about others. Just like, if you take it all, ain't gonna be enough for the next.
Dude, I think disappointment is such a good teacher. Like,
Well,
that
it's not a good
cut-
feeling.
No, I was gonna say like that stab or that cut from a disappointment blade is excruciating. Like you said, like
Fucking red hot.
man, it goes in and you feel it like cutting all your shit up. I remember so many times because I've disappointed a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people, as I'm sure everybody has, but like there's a few times where I'm like exactly that, where I'm like, oh man, this is bad. This one was rough.
Yeah.
Like, and those moments, man, are you have you have two choices. Like, you can really take on board what's happening, or you can do what got you there in the first place, which is like, I don't give a fuck about this. Like, fuck
Yeah, bro.
you. Like,
You
I
either
got
just
what I
don't give
want.
a fuck or you give a fuck.
It's it, man. Like, and I don't want to say you're a good or a bad person for picking either or, but it's like, it's hard to pick sometimes. Like, sometimes you need to disappoint some people, man. Like,
If they need it, if they got expectations that are unrealistic, then you need
Yeah.
to let them down eventually.
Managing
If they're
those
waiting for
expectations.
something that's never gonna come, you're gonna disappoint them. But also, like,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. I reckon, like, just checking myself. Like, I reckon most of the actions I do, or like 70% of the things I do, is to like scathe off disappointing someone down the track.
damn. You reckon it's 70%? I don't.
Well, in a way, like I'm doing, like I could probably live for a couple days without doing my chores. But if I didn't, like,
so
I'm gonna
right.
disappoint someone, and they're gonna fucking give me an earful. So like, the only reason I'm really gonna do that is to like, not disappoint you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like, why I'm gonna work hard at work is so that I don't disappoint my boss who is banking on me doing the job.
Yeah.
Or, I'm gonna
70% is, yeah.
fucking spend my money so that we've got family to eat, so my kids aren't hungry and disappointed that I'm not bringing food to the table.
Wow, you really went somewhere with that. You like future projected and you're like, I can't allow this to happen.
And like legit, like that's probably why people study so hard or work so hard.
Yeah.
It's like they don't want to disappoint their ancestors who died for them to fucking sit down, or like
yeah.
their dad or their parents or their sister or their brother who sacrificed so that they could have the opportunity to sacrifice for the next person.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like, disappointment is a lot of things. It's a terrific motivator.
I think that's
as
why
well.
it feels so powerful.
Yeah, I agree. Like, having heard you explain it like that, yeah, absolutely. That's why I think it
Like,
hurts the
'Cause
most. Like,
that's like our emotions like kind of guide us, and like there's a reason stuff feels good and stuff feels bad to an extent. Like it's to guide us.
Yeah.
Like, because, you're not going to do what feels bad unless it feels good later. And you're not going to want to feel bad now, so you're going to do what feels bad now so it feels good later. Bro, something like that.
Dude, what? No, but
Connect
that's
the dots.
that opens up a really good like line of dialogue that I want to have with you, because that doing disappointment now to feel like the happiness later, that's insane. Like, that goes against like a lot of the shit that we're talking about, where it's like you don't want to disappoint the people you love because
Yeah.
you don't want to feel bad, right?
But you only do it
But you only do it for a reason.
you're only
It's like-
doing if you're working for a better future.
Exactly, but this is the hardest part when you like when it comes to disappointment. There's a lot of, because I think we haven't touched on it yet, but disappointment is it's a two-player game, dude. Like, or however, like it's multiplayer. It's
It
not
takes
just
two to play. in a way.
exactly.
Someone,
There's two people or more, at least two people involved for the most part.
Yeah,
You can
someone's
disappoint
disappointed.
yourself, but I think it's different. Like from what
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about here, and that's the hardest thing, because it's like, yo, I'm gonna do something that you're gonna fucking really hate.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do something after that you're gonna really love, but I have to do this first. And you have to almost like convince them in a way to like but you can't because like because people have their own expectations for everything, right? Like you have yours, I have mine, but it's like, all right, I gotta do this. That is such a hard fucking balance to achieve, man. I don't know if you can ever really fucking find a balance for that.
Oh man, I fucking think finding balance is just like pretty much what life's all about.
That's interesting.
Like
too.
that's been my major fucking thing. I'm just like, it's that color.
I never knew it was this color.
Fuck.
I can't believe I'm putting this in my body.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Half a star, bro.
Delicious.
Out of 5, but delicious, 100%. What were we talking about?
We were talking about disappointment and how it's like a 2-person thing.
It takes 2 to tango.
Yeah.
You ever tried tango by yourself?
You look like an idiot.
Lonely.
You look
It's lonely.
So stupid and dumb, man.
Yeah, because I guess if you didn't
We're talking about balance.
yeah, because
too.
it takes 2. Oh, balance. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, balance is all I've been fucking chasing.
Well, this is the thing too. Like, I want to ask you about. I ask everybody about this. I've got a pretty like. It's not a concrete definition. It's definitely it's a ever changing and expanding definition of what I think balance is. But I'm not so much focusing on the equal this and equal that. I'm also focusing on the flow of both of those things moving together at the same time.
That's a complex.
I think that's
thing.
like for me. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Like the black and the white. The black isn't the opposite of the white. They're the same. They're the same amount of but they're. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're not this or that. It's both of them that make the thing, and it's moving. That's why the yin and yang. When you see it, it's almost fluid the way that it looks, man. Like because it's supposed to consistently go up and down, left and right, but in unison with each other. And I think that's what balance is, and I think life is about achieving balance in life. I'm not the guy with the fucking answers or the man with the plan. Like I'm fucking trying, just like everybody else. It's about holding on to the ups and the downs a little bit less each time, so you can find that flow again. Trav says it all the time. He calls it flow state, and I think flow state's the best way to describe it. It's that feeling of being able to go to the good, but then immediately be able to come down into the bad, but then shoot back out of it again and keep going like this, right? I think...
Yeah, Trav's bipolar, though.
Yeah, I think we're all...
I'm teasing. Just go fucking up and down, bro.
You can't...
I'm teasing.
You don't fucking say that, man. I'm gonna have to
Fuck
cut
it,
that
it's
out,
said.
dude.
Nah, keep it in.
Keep it in.
Fucking dog. Fucking roller coaster. No, I'm joking.
But
Peace and love, dog.
you can't say that.
Bro, I can't put the milk back in the bottle.
But you always can.
No, it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
That's a bit different. That's a bit different. That's. But do you know what I'm trying to say when I say that? What do you think about that? What do you say you're chasing balance? What the fuck does that even mean? You know, does that mean?
I don't know. Like, what I've been chasing is like, you know, it's probably a bit, I don't know, selfish in a way, but balance of like trying to get my ideal lifestyle, to like not be time poor, to not be poor, to not be creatively depleted, to not be creatively oversaturated or drained, to find my flow, to where I'm energized and to where I'm sustainable, to where I have sound understanding of the comprehensive whole picture, which includes highlights, lowlights, but to not really be affected by that, because I understand that that's inevitable, but I'm well-rounded enough and I've taken care of my needs enough that I'm not really affected by it. I'm kind of at peace. I have my balance. I've done the work in the areas that I need to do the work in, so that I'm coming in with a pretty complete picture of myself and a pretty like well-rounded and well-considered and well-balanced like understanding that, you know, I'm not sleep deprived, or I'm not financially stressed, or I'm not physically neglected, or I'm not mentally neglected, or I'm not spiritually or love or creative or like even hate or rage. Like I've got all these different tips and tools and tricks so that I can apply like the remedy to whatever part of me that needs something,
work,
if it
yeah.
does, so that I can like be my best self.
Mm.
Because like I guess I'm my best when I'm balanced. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. And you know, I think for me, like that is like trying to go down a purpose of like trying to build my own life that I see fit, of that is just sustainable and where I'm happiest, and that's when So that's what I think I mean by balanced. Not to go, oh, life's so good, oh, life's so bad. It's just to understand that and just to be like, oh, I know if I'm feeling a bit drained, I need to go and probably go for a walk or go camping or go for a swim or go and see this person.
Like knowing what you need for yourself.
Knowing
when
what
you need
I
it.
need, knowing when I'm acting unbalanced, I guess.
When you're like overindulging, would you say?
Yeah.
Man, I love that. I think that's terrific. I have a few questions, but my biggest question I want to ask you is that like a solo journey? Do you think, or is
It's
that
not a solo journey
Yeah.
because, well, yes, everything's a solo journey
Sure.
if you look at it in a way, but like, there's going to be. So yes, it's your own journey because it's a very personal one of like how you can build your best life.
Yeah.
So yeah, but along your journey, you're going to share that journey with others who might be traveling down the same path, and you're going to encounter so many different people that will teach you or guide you or just be a companion or just a friend. Like,
You say you're more open to that now than you were like before. Do you think?
before what?
Just before this moment. Do you think that's
For right
why? Well, because I ask you that because it's like you say this is what you think your balance looks like for you now. Obviously, it's taken you some time to figure.
Yeah,
this sort of stuff out.
I think I'm still chasing it. I think it's a lifelong journey.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think-
that was my other
yeah,
question.
I think-
as well.
As we said, like, not to rest on any laurels, like to understand what you've come from and what your journey so far has been, but to not let that have any kind of to not allow that to do the job for what has to be done coming forward.
Yeah.
Like your history is not going to do the job for you today. Like in a way.
Man, I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, I think
it's just true. And like so many people are like, thinking that maybe, they'll work until the job is done. And it's like, bro, what do you... Like, the nature of who we are as humans, like... Bro, if the job's done, you kind of got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And, like, if you got nothing to do, you don't really need to be here. Shit, it probably won't take too long till you're not here.
Fuck.
Like, because without that, like, I don't know... something to...
Oh, shit. Would you say without that purpose?
100%.
Roll the credits! No. That's... But I fundamentally agree with you. I think without that, like, that pull that you get from something like that passion, desire, purpose, whatever it is, what are you doing? It happens, man. I think that's... As soon as that pull stops, it's almost like you kind of stop, in a way.
Well, it's like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You've seen it all before. You kind of like... I don't know.
God damn it.
Like, that's why... And, you kind of got... Yeah, nothing to strive for, nothing to build for. Job's done. You might go and, like, self-destruct for a bit, because it's fun.
Yeah.
And then, shit, you might just pull it off. You might just destruct.
Jesus Christ.
Could get a bit morbid, sorry.
Nah, man, I like it.
I like
I need it. It's too fucking jovial and happy in here. It needs to get
It's too
real.
happy in here.
It needs to get
We just
real.
tone down this happiness.
I was gonna say kill it. Kill the vibes.
Somebody ruin it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I was gonna, you got that? You got that? Nah, man. I don't. It makes my brain like fucking. It makes that is the reaction.
Bro,
when
I think
about
there's
it too much.
there's so much in the world that's gonna make your brain go, ugh. But like some people got like the audacity to say that like, they know what's going on.
Fuck
it's
you,
like,
man.
bro.
You don't fucking know, man. Shut up. I fucking hate those people the most.
Come in
man.
like, oh my god, science.
It's like, oh my god, I'm like you're fucking.
It's like, but the
you're
latest
a
science
fucking,
says this.
You're a space dust human with a fucking brain that doesn't really work that good. Shut up. You don't know more than me. We're the fucking same. We're the same. We're made of the same things.
Well, some people can know more than you.
I don't think so.
You know what? I take it back.
I actually disagree.
You know, I
But
disagree.
you're right. But I don't like that perspective that people have where it's like, oh well, this is.
There's no more mystery left.
Why you want to take the magic out of everything, man? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all this like. I think that serves a purpose for something, you know, like to devalue the mystical and like that stuff that we feel, like our feelings, and replacing it with other things. That serves a purpose for a very specific thing, right?
Control.
And for control, absolutely, I think is one of the elements of that. But I don't understand why we would want to, like, there are people that would want to subject themselves to that.
Yeah, why
After
close your mind off, eh?
It doesn't make sense to me, man. I just don't live like that.
Maybe you don't have time for it. I'm too focused. Give me a Panadol. It's time to go.
Your Panadol's placebo, dude. It doesn't fucking do
You
anything.
got spreadsheets to.
Like, you got fucking
Spread.
Excels to do, dude. You got columns and fucking shit to type in. But
You got KPIs.
do not bring that shit into
Hey, bro,
this
if
room
you
right
don't
now,
hit
dude.
your KPI, what kind of man are you?
Man, what's
If you don't hit your KPI, then how the fuck am I gonna post a profit of 2 million?
If you don't hit your KPI, I'm gonna fucking hit you, alright? Get your fucking scores up.
I'm
Get
gonna
my
g-
fucking money up so I can get my funny up with my wife, you heard? Like, that's what these fucking dudes are doing, man. And it's not dudes,
Only
I'm just
dudes.
saying majority dudes.
All the girls, green light.
No. Cut that out. Inclusivity. No. But
Guys, girls, it don't matter.
it doesn't, man. It doesn't. I think-
Genderless agenda.
genderless agenda, and I think that is. Let me carry on from this. The genderless agenda is to like take away the mysticism and like that
Yeah.
willingness and that fire and the desire from everybody at every turn we get. So we have to fight against that, which is fucking insane and it's ridiculous and it's hard. But
Yeah.
you can't succumb to it, man. You have to just keep going. And
Yeah, I think you definitely got to stand for what you believe in,
yeah.
especially if you know it true. Because, like, you know.
And you need to figure it out before you do it. You know, you can't stand for somebody else's beliefs. You gotta they gotta be yours, man. They gotta be yours.
Yeah. I remember I went to this great little thing down the Gold Coast.
It was a great little thing. Dude, you about to talk about what I think you're about to talk about? Say it.
Meditation.
With...
Jacopo.
Yeah, shout out Jacopo. That's where I was
Shout
going
out
with
Mr. Artuso.
this. Shout out Auguri.
Yeah. And we were like doing some yoga on the beach. And this dude was running this session and he'd been doing it for like 34 years or whatever. And I don't know how this is anything. I don't know how this relates.
No. We're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about this now.
Yeah. Anyway, and he's just going on about this, like, you know, there's those who think, and there's those who know. And when you know, like, you don't think. Like, you've lived this experience, and you just, like, I think I'm doing a pretty bad job at explaining this.
No, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling something. Something's happening.
So many people go like, oh, I think this, oh, I think this, oh, I think this, oh, I think you gotta do it like this, oh, I think you gotta do it like this, oh, I think you gotta do it like this. They talk. And then there's those who like just do it and they like experience never lied to no one, right? Like, they just know.
Yeah.
Like, so they don't have to, like, think about shit. Like, think about this might work. You know, they've just done it, so they just know. And I don't know, that, like, kind of really stuck with me of, like, how valuable it is of finding things out on your own through, like, experience and action. And then you're free of, like, what ifs. You're free of, like, thinking about, like, this is maybe how you do it. And you're, like, planning in this different, like, realm of, like, your mind, and you're visualizing all this other stuff. Like, I don't know, that's just... And then by, like, action and, like, actually doing it, like, you build this experience that you truly lived out, and it's just all grounded in truth. So you just know. like, so there's no hesitation, there's no self-doubt, there's no, like, anything, because you just know that you can eat an apple. Like, you don't have to fucking think about it, you don't have to twist it, you don't have to deconstruct it, you don't have to overanalyze it, like, you don't have to plan without, like, poking it, like, you know, you just fucking...
You can just, like...
You've just absorbed that experience. It's added to your, like, knowledge. Fuck, you just know.
Dude, do you reckon there's like a cap on? Do you reckon, dude? That was terrific, by the way. That monologue was insane. That, dude, I got
insane.
like chills when you were like. I was like, yeah, yeah.
I think I know.
I think I know what I'm about to say, maybe, but I want to know. Do you think there's a cap to that though? Like,
For how much you can know?
yeah, for how much you can know. Or is it based purely off experience? Because I was thinking when you said it, like, the experience happens differently every time, right? So it's like, you can eat an apple, but one time you might eat an apple and fucking... Yeah, it's got a worm in it or it's got a fucking bug in it. And then that will change how you then proceed eating apples from the future.
Yeah, or you just know that sometimes there might be a worm in your apple.
So then you... Dude, there's so much at play there. There's so much at play.
It's a deep-ass, weird-ass thing that... I don't know, it can, like, you'll find truth in that statement when, like, it hits you, and you just, like, have a moment, you're like, oh, shit, that just really resonated with me, which I think it did, for, like, a weird subconscious thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, oh, that's, like, really resonating with, like, what I wanted to hear.
I mean, I think it's
hard to
resonated.
apply. It can be hard to apply, especially talking vaguely, as we've pretty much done this whole time.
No, dude, we're clear and concise. Fuck you mean, man? These mics, these pick up everything.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about audio. I'm talking about waffle.
You're talking about... There is no waffle here, man. This is just fucking deep talks, deep chat.
This is all truth.
It's all truth.
No speculation here.
Waffle. Fuck you, dude. Go, get out.
Hey, I love waffles. The world is a better place for waffles.
Mid. I prefer pancakes, to be honest.
Bro, but what about, like...
Go.
Are you telling me if there was,
Okay.
like, a waffle or a pancake in front of me, you choose a pancake?
Yeah, probably.
But, like,
There's too much, so much shit going on with the waffles.
that's what I'm
It's too
saying.
Nah.
Like, you get, like, the crystallized, like, sugary bits in it.
What kind of waffles are you eating, man?
Bro, the good ones.
Yeah, fuck.
Like,
Actually, I don't,
bro,
I don't know about this shit,
Bro,
dude.
you
have
get,
no
like,
idea
I
about
don't know.
this.
They got, like, a probably 2+ year shelf life or some shit. They're, like,
What?
they're not good for you, but, like, they taste so good.
Did you ever had those fucking pancake shake bottle things and you make them?
The other day, it's going hard.
Awesome. Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I
man.
love
Oh,
it.
bro, it's such a wholesome experience too.
Yeah, make
And
pancakes.
like cooking pancakes, it's like more. You get more out of that than
From
just
cooking
the
them
pancake.
than fucking eating them, right?
Yeah, bro, family bonding. You come over and then you bring the ingredients. You can like make them healthy. You like get the blueberries and shit.
Oh, cut up the little bananas and shit.
Yeah,
Get a
everyone's
little ice
smiling.
cream if you want to go fucking deco
Everyone
mode, put it
knows
on
what's
there.
coming, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Fuck yeah!"
Dude, that's the best part about it. Yeah, make waffles. Or no, fuck that. Make pancakes for somebody you love, man.
Yeah, 100%. If you feel down,
Go to Woolies. They're like $3. Go buy the fucking
yeah,
thing.
legit. If you feel down,
Go do that.
try
Dude,
giving
I'm gonna
something
do
to
that.
someone.
I'm actually gonna get... What?
If you feel down,
I thought you
about
said
yourself.
give yourself to someone.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and just give yourself to someone for free?
I thought
No.
that's what you said.
No, I'm saying if you feel down
Yeah.
like a good way to feel better is to like make someone else feel better. Because
Some
you'd be like,
residuals in it.
bro, well they're like, oh thank you, that was so nice, and you're like, oh shit,
That was nice as fuck.
am I a good person?
Yeah.
And then you're like, fuck, maybe I'm a good person. Maybe I just did a good deed.
But that's inherently selfish, though.
But fuck, bro. I mean, yeah, I guess if they were like allergic to pancakes and you're like, eat my pancake, and like, you know, they get sick and like hurt, but if they didn't ask, or you know, they're on a diet and they're like, no, bro, eat my pancakes. I fucking need this. I'm like down in the gutters, bro. I need a fucking pickup.
Fuck, please.
Then yeah, that's selfish. Or if you didn't like ask, but like doing good deeds for someone, if they would appreciate it, is not selfish. But if you fail to consider like if they're gonna appreciate it or not, then it can be selfish.
That's an interesting take. So what about doing good deeds because of like what you said, where you're like, you're feeling down and you're like, fuck, if I do something nice for someone, I'm gonna feel better. So then that's your main motivator for being
like
nice.
if you're feeling down and you clean the house, like whoever you're living with will appreciate that.
I think that scenario, that's a net positive because then you feel better about the house being clean, whatever.
But like that's what I mean, like net positive situations. If you're going down that role of like, I'm gonna cook dinner for everyone, because then they don't have to cook, and like, you know, I'm gonna feel better because I've helped someone out, shared the load. You know, I think it's just that, like talking about disappointment and shit, like. And how that makes you feel. Like, there's just some intrinsic shit that's just built within us that, like, is to guide us so that, like, to kind of be good. Like, being good will make you feel good. Like, being bad will make you feel bad. But, like, short term, you might feel good.
Yeah, no,
but,
you're
like,
right.
you just postpone you just doing bad shit, you know, you just postpone the bad time.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it always catches up with you, man, when you do bad shit. Good shit never catches up with you because it happens immediately and it's good.
Yeah, bro, you just catch that.
You just catch that wave, you're never palming off the good. You're always grabbing it as soon as it shows up. Yeah. Man, I was just thinking about it then, thinking about what I said, where it's like doing nice things for people because you will feel good about it. It is selfish, but not in a negative or a bad way, because it's a positive selfishness. Does that make sense? Because you are prioritizing being good.
I did say it in a selfish way of, like, do something nice to make you feel better. But, like...
But I think that's fine.
Like, bro, bring good to the world.
Yeah,
I
think that's
please.
fine. I think that's a good selfish way to be. It's where it's like, if your selfishness is purely connected to the happiness that you can elicit in other people, dude, do that shit all the time. Yeah, 100%. Fuck yeah, let's run.
But like, also, you know, don't just move through the world like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking do all this shit, do all this good stuff for people, and like fucking, when they don't actually want that shit, because then that's like, alright, bro, you're not actually fucking respecting what I'm saying here. Like, I told you I want to be on a diet, and you've made me pancakes. Like,
you're a fucking
like,
asshole.
To an extent, kinda. Like, you just didn't hear me out. You didn't listen to, like, my request. Or, like, you know, even though can be a good thing, it's also like, yeah, but you failed to, like, actually consider others. Coming back to the fucking clinkers.
Dude, it's all connected, man. It's all connected.
Man, legit, treasure all the fucking times you feel like shit. Because there's something you can learn from it.
Dude, one of my favorite activities to do, and I call it an activity because no, dude, you're gonna love this. I think I say it as a joke all the time, and people think I'm joking, but I'm not. Sometimes when I've got like a free day or something, like a couple of hours to myself, I'll go somewhere, I'll sit, and I'll think about all of the terrible shit that's happened to me in my entire life, and I'll sit there and I'll think about it, and I'll try and understand it I'll try and understand it for what it is, and like I'll try and pull as much as I can from it. Oh, like, okay, my actions preceding this led to this outcome, or my inaction did this, or this accentuated this, and I'll try and understand all the inner workings from it, and it's made me more like attuned to when terrible things are happening, of what I should and shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
I think people need to cherish those bad moments and stop running away from them. I mean, it's fucking
bro.
terribly hard. Trauma is insanely difficult for a lot of people to deal with. Do it in a way that benefits your mental health. Don't fucking do what I said if you can't do that, because you could spiral terribly.
Yeah.
But there is so much to be gained from going back and pulling that stuff. You don't have to go back to that place. I understand sometimes when talking about it or thinking about it, you get pulled into that place.
Yeah.
I fully believe that it happens to me sometimes too. But there is a massive benefit in being able to reach into that for something other than just what it is. You know, there's stuff in there that
It's
is
not all
benefit.
bad.
It's not all bad, you know. I mean, the bad outweighs the good most of the time when it comes to the trauma and all the terrible stuff.
I think I find as well, like, everyone who's had hard times, like, I don't think they would take him back, in a way. I think everyone, like, is not grateful, in a way. Like, if you could ask someone and be like, oh, if you could change how you are right now and not have gone through such pain, like, would you? I think many people would still rather have gone through it and be where they are right now than have never gone through it.
I think you're right,
and then that's subjective. There might be some fucked up shit out
absolutely, there. I think how you would determine an answer for someone like that, hypothetical question like that, if you were to ask somebody, is I think it would greatly depend on whether or not that person has made peace with whatever the fuck that has happened to them and is in a good place and can coexist with it. Yeah. If trauma is this looming giant thing in the back of your mind, yeah, dude, you'll do everything you can to get rid of it. But if you've accepted it for what it is, or you can live with it in a way that it doesn't have this massive shadow casting over the rest of your life, and it's on the same level as everything else that you've been through, and you can understand that it's a little bit worse or whatever, then you have a different perspective on that, and you move differently from it, and you can move with it as opposed to moving and then getting caught up by it. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think those people...
It's not going to be as, like, limiting, in a way.
Yeah, they're not limited as much. And I think those people wouldn't change it. But the people who haven't got that shit under control, yeah, fuck oath. They'd be like, yeah, get rid of this. I would do it in a heartbeat. Because there's, like, some really, really terrible shit that people are like, yeah, dude, I wish that never happened to me. And I can sympathize with that for sure. Like, that, I wish that never happened to you as well. But it's tough, man. It's like, it's a subjective answer. I think that's genuine. That's why all this mental health stuff is really hard to talk about, because there is so many right and wrong answers for so many different people.
Yeah, and it's pretty... You gotta really tread carefully, because you don't know what's gonna...
You can't just bring it up.
Crack an egg.
Like, such a good way to put it. You have no idea whether the eggs you're holding they're all the same, you know? Like, sometimes a light tap. Like, I won't say names or anything, but there was an incident, like, today where, like, I cracked someone's egg, dude. And I was like, oh, but I just, like...
Stranger or your friend?
No, like, I won't say who or where or whatever, but because it's incriminating. But I will just be like, what the situation was, they asked the question. I made a joke, as I always do, because I'm just joking. Bang.
Because I'm funny.
Because I'm fucking hilarious. Everyone thinks I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy over here. And then the fucking egg cracked. And I was like... But I didn't notice because...
Can you not be a pussy right now,
because it was nothing out of the ordinary. It was like I do it all the time. It's always a thing.
Yeah.
And that was why the egg cracked, because they were like...
all the time.
And I get a message from someone and I'm like, oh shit, I had no idea that was like... That was something that was happening. I was like, damn,
I do that all the
okay.
time.
Oh shit. But then I was like, at the same time, I'm like, it's not my fucking fault. Like, it's not my fault, but it is, you know, because... If I had known, I wouldn't have done it, but I didn't know.
That's the thing.
And it's this fucking fine line that...
It's both your faults.
It's both. But at the same time, you can't ask somebody to be forthcoming with what's making them feeling terribly upset, because it makes them upset and terrible to think about it. So it's like this weird fucking state where you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and it's always fucking super hard.
It's also weird too, because you got to give like others a bit more credit. Of like just going, oh, you know, other people are resilient, other people are strong, other people can stand for their shit, but also like the smallest thing can like...
I was gonna say that,
just also the opposite. Like some people can be like...
Some people are
the
like...
tiniest thing.
Exactly.
Where you didn't even put a second thought on. Or like nothing. You're like, what? I don't see my wrong here. But to them, they're like...
It's like, how you fucking do this to me?
Dare you? And you're like...
Legit.
What, bro?
And I think the only solution for something like that is, be compassionate, move with kindness and love. But at the same time, like, again, they're so subjective, like what is acceptable and what people admit and what people are moving with. Like you said, you hit it perfectly, where it's like, you didn't think about it twice, but that person, that was everything to them.
Yeah.
You took everything from me.
And you may have not had any intention. Yeah, you could have accidentally just crumbled some cunt psyche.
Like, we joke about it all the time on the game, like when we like get a kill or something and like we wipe the team or whatever, and like that kid, like that might be his, like that might be the thing, like that last loss might be his thing.
I'm sick of it.
I'm fucking done.
All I do is
I'm
lose.
fucking done. Literally, that could be, and this is why it's so hard, because every interaction with a stranger, that could be it. How many times have you been on the brink of, like,
How many times
snapping?
have you pushed someone over the edge?
Dude, legit. I think about that all the time. I'm like, when I've made someone, especially in the service industry or whatever, and I've said something that's made someone upset, I'm like, that could be the kicker. Like, that could have been the thing to set off, like, all this fucking terrible shit that happens. Because, do you got something?
I mean, we've served a lot of people.
Oh, dude, we've served. Dude, I know for a fact that when I've gone, no, that guy's just gone, you know what? Fuck this. You come here. Bang! Just fucking gone for it.
No, I was gonna say, just back on what you were saying of how many times could I have served that person, and it could have been that little push he needed.
Push he needed to go home. Let's put the gloves on, dude.
To flip it on, put the gloves on. Look at the man in the mirror. How many times, flip it on its head? How many times do you reckon that you've like gone kind of and served someone, and you've like gone above and beyond in a way, and you really made their day? Like, do you reckon you've saved anyone from that break?
Dude, I have. There's been a few, like, we all have, dude.
Not
like,
too shabby.
Dude, I'm fucking.
Not
only am I handsome, smart, and funny, I'm a fucking saint, dude. But
I'm a fucking lifesaver.
I'm a fucking
girls.
God.
You know where to find me.
Yeah, dude. I'll plug all my socials. Put it on the screen. But there's been a few. There's been one moment, like, again, like, just didn't think much of it. Just like, I remember when I was working at the Italian restaurant, like, there was this lady. She was visibly like
Going
just
to kill herself.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say she was visibly like upset and down, and I was like, oh, I would bring her, like, we have an extra garlic bread, I'll just give it to her, like, as opposed to me and like the boys in the kitchen eating it. Like, we eat this shit every fucking day, we'll just give it to this lady. She's like, wait, give me that, and I was like, you just had a spare. She was like, thank you, that's really nice. I was like, oh, no worries. I walk inside to like go do my orders and shit, like, on the thing, and I look outside and she's just crying, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, should I say something? It's like 11:30, dude. Like, it's on like on a Tuesday or like a Wednesday. It's fucking quiet as fuck. She's like one of the only people like there. I walk outside and I was like, is everything okay? And she was just like, my dog just died today. Like, everything was, and like, she goes on this tirade about how everything had been built. Not tirade. She goes on this like spiel and just lets me into like all of this stuff, and I was like, man, I was going to eat that garlic bread. I was like, that was going to be all mine and delicious and yummy. But I was like, I'm enjoying this way more. Like, this is...
And that's sweeter than any garlic bread, bro.
Dude, that garlic bread tastes like shit after that moment. I could never eat that garlic bread again,
after that moment, bro, it's going to be a highlight of your day, giving someone a highlight of their day. People fail to recognize that. And people think that maybe that doesn't apply to them, but it's like, bro, we're all...
Dude, absolutely. How many? Let me ask you this: how many times have you been like, if somebody comes up to me right now, I'm gonna fucking smack him in the face, or have you?
Probably once or twice.
Right? Like, you get there, or like, man, I'm having a fucking shitter of a day, and someone does something, and you're like, fuck, that was really nice. Like, that really fucking, I get this. I understand this now. Like, that's saved me a little bit.
Yeah. Well, man, it's like coming back to that thing I was talking about kind of at the start of like coincidence and stuff. It's like, why do people do the things that they do? Like, where does that idea...
Fuck if I know, bro.
Where does that idea of, like, I'm going to give this chick the garlic bread just because, I guess, yeah, I'm a good person and she looks like she needs it. But, like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, it's heaps more fun just to think that we're all doing shit because we feel like we should. And, we're all kind of pretty similar. So
dude, we're all connected.
Exactly,
we're all connected. Compassion is instinctual because you are me and I am you. So when you're crying and you're upset, I feel it. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let me give you this. You know, like that whole talk about being an empath and whatever. Shut the fuck up. You're
I'm
not
selfish.
an empath. You're not an empath. You're just connected because we're all fucking connected.
I'm an ABO4.
You're,
I don't know what that is.
You're about to get the fuck out of my house, dude.
I got the same personality as Iron
Oprah
Man.
Winfrey. We are the
Robert
same.
Downey Jr.
No,
No, it's true. That's what.
that ain't you, man.
No, that's-
That ain't you, man.
It's what my psychologically test says.
Oh, that's real? That actually came up?
Yeah, I'm like an ENP something 04. But like as we said, you don't know me. You don't know me.
You Robert Downey Jr. on a good day, cuz. Relax.
You should see me on a bad day.
I don't want to know who you are on a bad day.
I don't have good days or bad days.
You just have days. I fucking knew it. I knew it was
I need to
coming.
pee.
Alright.
Oh man, honestly, how good is just a fucking podcast?
Get the fuck out.
No, I'm serious. I'm fucking serious.
Dude, how awesome is this, right? Like the first like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's a little bit like nerve-wracking. And then you like settle in and you're like, yeah, this is...
You're like a little self-conscious because you're like, oh, like what am I gonna say? And then you're like, wait.
You got plenty of shit to
Words.
say. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. What I really love about it, and get a bit weird on you. It's just like, this shit is just like capturing time forever.
Oath, dude. How fucking awesome is
Like
that?
how incredible that like two of just in a way high-tech monkeys are like sitting on this couch and we've got like lights, cameras, fucking wires and a
Yeah,
goddamn
it's
fucking
like a whole production. Maybe I'll put a
apricot.
picture, but it's like a whole production.
like and bro, let's take a
That's
moment that we
snacks
can
too, look
do
at
this.
Dude, it's nuts. Like one thing that I love the most about it is like it's people that are making time for each other first and foremost. Like it's high tech, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's fundamentally what we should be doing and what we have, like what humans have been doing for the longest time, is communicating our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions in person with each other in a way in which we are receiving them positively. Like things are being transmitted between me and you right now in a way in which that we're going to hold on to and we're going to be able to understand, and because it's coming from a good place, it's coming from level ground, if that makes sense. And that's the most important part. I think that's the reason why it's
100%.
I love it so much.
And it
dude.
gives, like, as you said, like, just the conversations can be the simplest thing, but, like, it can be so empowering if you have the right conversation and if you ask the right questions. Like, at that meditation thing, there was also a little community connection thing. And you're just talking to a stranger. But, like, they're asking questions and you just kind of... You get to provide your answer to the big questions, so to speak. And it's just like... That is such a powerful thing to do because it checks in with where you think you are or where you are, what you think of the world. And then like, you know, you can't bullshit it because you're telling it to someone.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's genuinely what you think.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, one of the questions was so good. It's just like, if you had a microphone and the whole world was listening, or if you had a message and the whole world had to hear it, it's like, what would you say?
Are you asking me or like?
Yeah, sure.
Dude, I was gonna say if this microphone was being broadcast to the world, I'd be like, "Hello, everybody. You don't know me, but I want everybody to give each other a hug and a kiss on the forehead. We all need it. That's all. That's all I'd say."
He's got cooties.
Oh my god, that guy that you think is really gross or that whatever.
Of course
I don't care. Just do it. Everybody needs a warm embrace because we're all connected, but we've forgotten that that we're connected, and the only way to connect again and rejog it for a lot of people is physically to touch each other. That's the first step. Because we've been so mentally and spatially disconnected as well as physically. Like,
Well, we are.
All
We
of us
are, we
are.
aren't. Like, we're still
we are
separated
we still are
individuals.
separated. Like, this is... I think about this shit so much too, man. It's like, we're disconnected, like, to the point where we've associated, like, connection and, like, love and all of these emotions that are fundamental and that we need them. We've associated them with, like, intimacy and, like, closeness when we're doing the sexy stuff. It's like we've reserved all of that connection and that touch. That's why I said what I said about, like, giving everybody a hug. That shouldn't be reserved for, like, that time, you know? Like, we should be doing that all
Shouldn't be
the
too
time.
big a deal.
No, it should be a little bit less, like, weird to just be like, hey, man, I love you. Let me give you a big hug now. Because we are the same.
Yeah.
You are me, I am you, and that's what I want. I know you want that shit.
I know you want to hug me.
I know you want to kiss his forehead. Come here. Like, I know you want this. I know.
Polish this bad boy this morning. Yeah, I said,
Yeah, what did you say?
I was staring this, like, 35-year-old dude in the eye. Well, not in the eyes, because he had black sunnies on and a black hoodie. Finance guy.
What?
Meditating on the beach. Just talking to this random dude.
Cool.
And yeah, I said to him, I was like, yeah, the one thing I would say is just, you and me ain't so different.
Oh, dude, I love that.
And then he just looked at it, and this guy.
No, you can say cunt. You can
Yeah,
say
I know,
cunt.
but I probably shouldn't. Just because,
Alright,
like,
this guy.
just because why would I? When I couldn't, no, whatever. Carry on. I'm looking at this cunt. And I'm like, bro, you're a decade older than me. You're in finance. You're completely in every way, shape, or form, when you look at the piece of paper, like, you're a different person to me. But, like, we're sitting on the same beach. We're breathing the same air. We're going through the same experience. And I'm looking you in the eyes right now. I'm talking to you. And you and me ain't so different. And it's like, bro, if you held on to that, then, like, there ain't no more high horse.
Yeah.
The classes start to crumble.
Gone.
The ego starts to fade. And you realize you're like, look, man, like, I'm hungry too.
Yeah, shit.
I'm fucking hungry too.
Yeah, I'm
like,
hungry, horny, sweaty. I'm all those
Yeah,
things,
bro.
dude.
Like-
So are you.
And like that's okay. I feel like people walk around acting like that's not okay.
Yeah.
To like
yeah.
have to be human. To
Yeah.
walk around like, oh wait, oh my god, like you don't achieve excellence when like secret, neither do I. Like, but what the hell? And everyone's kind of looking at each other, comparing, going like, this person has this many followers, this person's on this path, this person's on this track. Like, even if they're not even happy, they're still looking up to them. And like, disconnecting from the fact that, like, you know, there is some unglamorous stuff a part of lives that are inevitable, and suffering and sacrifice. Like, that's kind of the game. So like,
Price of admission, cuz.
yeah, like, there's some shit jobs out there.
Literally, telling me, dude. I'm doing them.
Mate, like, yeah, a fucking plumber's saved more lives than a doctor. But, you know, they ain't gonna get more respect.
Oh, that's so interesting, man. You're right. Like, an engineer for like Nissan or Toyota, they've saved a lot of lives.
Bro,
Well,
like,
they don't
yeah,
get-
one
yeah.
guy who fucking well, just the infrastructure, like, you know, they don't really... that's a random tangent we just went down.
No. That's a good tangent. Nothing happens without reason, dude. All of this is there's no such thing as random.
Everything's spiritual.
It's all supposed to happen like this. It's all supposed to go like this.
Yeah.
Would you relax and relinquish the control, man?
I try so hard.
I've been doing that for the last 40 minutes.
I'm just trying to get balance, bro.
But yeah, I couldn't agree with you more about that. Exactly that. Everyone is. We're not so different, man. But we all walk around like, oh my god, you're not like it.
You can't do this, like, blah, blah,
It
blah.
shits me to tears, man, because like you can't help but be associated with that sort of person or whatever, even though you are that person is you, and everything that they're comparing themselves against.
Well, it's necessary to an extent.
I think it's only
It's-
necessary because of the environment we live in.
Yes, but like, there's a reason it's been there. Like, it's not there because it doesn't have a place. Like, it's there to
Yeah.
achieve a standard. But like,
It's like, I like you said standard, because it's like, who's fucking standard, you know? Like,
it's like literally the standard we've set. Like, because, you know, there's just a workload. Like, you got, like, things don't just get good. Like, things, like, nature will come back and gobble up the fucking house. You know, you gotta, like, put the work in to, like, maintain it if you want it clean.
yeah.
Like, It's just coming back to kind of like, I don't know, you got people who are resting on their histories. Resting on like, oh, I'm entitled because of what has happened before. When, not that it doesn't matter, because what happened before could have been incredible. And like, it could have done so much good for the world. But kind of like, cool, but tomorrow's a new day. And we kind of got to like, we can't really sit and like, you know, there's still work to be done.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, man. It comes back to what we were saying before. You can't stagnate in that spot for too long. I mean, you can make pit stops there from time to time, but you can't live there. You can't stay there. I mean, you can, but look what happens when you do. Like, you go further and further into that hole, into that terrible place. It's, man, and that's the thing that makes this, like, it kind of blows my mind a little bit. It's like everything we do is connected in the sense that we're all trying to not go to that spot. Does that make sense? But it looks, that spot looks different for different people, but it gives you the same feeling when you get there. Like, for example, we've got somebody who's, you know, super TikTok famous or whatever the fuck. Like, that spot of stagnation could be like, fuck, man, my fucking cereal mega ultra spoon videos or whatever the fuck, they're not getting 150k. They're only
fuck
getting
them
40.
off trend.
Literally, they're like, fuck, man. And they're like, fuck, I'm
Mate,
struggling.
analytics are down.
Fuck, literally, like, oh, fuck. And then that spot that they're in, yeah, okay, it's not the same spot, but it is, you know, like, it's that same sort of mindset where you're like, fuck. We gotta get really good at being. I think I just figured it out, dude. We gotta get better at understanding the differences between us, and the only way we can do that is by acknowledging that there are similarities. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think the quicker we can do that, the quicker we can then tackle the issue of like, oh shit, okay, this stuff is a bit superfluous. Like, we are all the same. Like, I think until we can do that, we have to. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
It definitely does.
Does it tie into what we were saying? I'm not sure, but that's just what I was thinking, so I said it.
Yeah.
And I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, that's
Do whatever the fuck I
my
want.
dick, world. Whoa.
Please, please. That's all I want. Actually, can I ask you a question?
Uh-oh.
What do you want most right now?
I'm glad you asked.
Zip.
Right now? Like right now, or like this week, or
I
to
don't
the
know.
next
I mean,
week? Because right now I don't want anything. I just want to find my truth. I just want to express my truth.
all right, fuck it. What do you want in the next like year of your life? Do you think?
Well, I want to have. I just want to have accomplished my goals.
All of them, every single one.
No, I've got one. So
I've got one.
I want to do my archer. Thank you. Which I'm still painting.
It's not finished yet. It's living, breathing work of art, dude.
Hey,
It takes
mate.
time.
Yeah, mate. There's no such thing as tomorrow.
Oh, it's only today, dude. As soon as you leave here, you're gonna fucking get back on the tools, mate.
Nah, it's tonight. There's no today. Today's gone.
Fuck.
No, I'm joking. So for me, I just want to continue becoming like, I just want to keep building myself and keep becoming my best version. And to me, that means creation. So creating. Like, that's what I was saying, like, before when it came out here, I'm like, how fucking amazing is this podcast? Because, like, we're turning nothing into something. Like, you're creating, like,
Whoa.
an episode. Like, you've
I'm
got,
a creator.
legit, you're a creator. And, like,
Yes.
and, like, to me, like, that is, like, that's it. Like, creating is, like, you know, the final frontier. You can juggle your insecurities, you can juggle your ego, you can find your balance, you can live your good life. But now, cool, let's create more, and let's create life and make it even better. And I think when you tackle the other stuff, and you build yourself up and you get yourself in harmony with an alignment to what you think is, juicy and nice and good, then you're going to be prepared to do your best work. So for me, I want to get juicy. And then I want to
get juicy. I want to get sticky, slippery, wet even.
Yeah. And then get paid.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I can do it again.
Hell yeah, dude.
Not starve.
Fuck yeah, man. Dude, that's like it's kind of like jolted me a little bit. I'm like, yeah.
I love a little bit of electricity.
Yeah, dude, it's like zapped me a little bit because I'm the same, man. Like I think
creativity is contagious, man. And when we're all creating good shit, and it's not coming from, maybe it is coming from a dark place, but fuck it. If you enjoy it, who cares, bro?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
If it's that bad, people ain't really gonna pay attention. They'll just move on. No harm done.
You can tell when
the free market always wins.
Yeah. That's what the free market always wins.
Yeah. People always fucking eventually just do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to do it, it's not going to really be there anymore.
No, exactly. But I think that's I share that sentiment with you, man. Like I just want to make shit. I just want to make more stuff. Man.
Yeah.
And I think that's if I was, at first when I asked you the question, I was like, fuck, what do I want in the next year? And I was like, bitches, money, weed, and then I was like, nah, actually, I just want to make things.
Yeah, well, I think
make stuff
because it taps into that like thing that we all have in us, that all connected to that something that's larger than life, and that is what for me like that's the escape from the mundane. That's the escape from the everyday. It's the new day. It's the new reality. It's the new world. It's the new whatever it is. It's tomorrow. Oh, sorry. It's today was good, but tomorrow's gonna be even better. Like it's just dumb fucking hope, and it just makes the world so much funner.
Dude, I think that's fucking beautiful. Hope is such a powerful word, man, and it is. I also think it's like this, like it's not like an escape or anything. Creation is like a return to the purpose, like to the norm. We were created by creators. Our parents created us. We are creation manifest, right? So we're
conscious, we're earth manifest. That's why we're all the same. It's like where consciousness manifests, we're the universe looking at itself. Like that's like when you really zoom out and you really think about it, it's literally like that's why I get so pissed off when people are like, oh, I don't like nature. Not really a big fan of nature. And it's like, bro, you are nature.
I was going to say, if you fucking hate yourself, that explains a lot.
And
it probably is the case,
like,
right?
That disconnection, it's like, actually, I'm kind of a product or a service or a business or I'm a science. And it's like, people are just literally trying to discover the mystery of what's going on. So it's kind of like,
that's the point. The mystery is the mystery. We know what we assign meaning to these words, and then we ignore what the words mean. I'm gonna figure out the mystery. No, dude, that's not the fucking point of the mystery, man. That's not what you're supposed to do.
But didn't you watch Scooby-Doo?
Dude, I was gonna say, get back in your fucking van and smoke more weed, idiot. Okay. Then you'll fucking figure it out. All right, you ain't him. You're not Scooby-Doo, dog. You're not gonna figure this out. There is no monster under the mask. It's just more you, dude. I know. Clip it.
Somebody.
Fuck. Nah, man. I think that's like. I think all of us, all beings are born to create because that's all we know. Like the first thing we do when we come into the world is scream because we're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Holy shit.
Well, it's not all we know. I think it's just the highest frequency you can be on.
Yeah.
I think it's just I think it's just the noble pursuit. Mm-hmm. I think, because, we're capable of destruction, we're capable of hate, violence, ill treatment, we can, as we said, we kind of alluded to, we're capable of so much more than just creation, but creation's the best of what we can offer.
I think creation exists without creation or the act of doing something or making something or whatever it is. A lot of this other shit can't exist. Well, that's it, man. Like being alive throughout you, whether or not you actually make a piece of art or whatever it is, you would have created a million things that you probably couldn't even be able to.
It doesn't have to be like art, and in a way, like business is like the best art.
Well, that's a hot take.
Like
that's a big one.
Like because it's the to an extent, like a business is only what you can do in a day, and like you're providing it. Like a business won't exist unless you're providing a service to someone, or you're helping someone, or you're helping fix someone's problem, or investigate that mystery.
Well, this is the thing. Like you're a piece of like the journey of like a destination for somebody. You know, like that's what a service, I guess, kind of is, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
it's an ends to a means for something for somebody.
yeah. Otherwise, it doesn't exist.
Otherwise, it's not. And then that in itself is a part of like whatever it is that person is attempting to do or create or whatever. You know, like you use your mobile phone to send a message to the homie to come to the studio, or like you use your car to drive to work to then build a house.
Yeah.
Like you know, there's so many cogs in that business is. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'd say
No, it
that.
is. It's just what it is.
Oh, sorry. This is not. It's just objective truth. Okay.
Like,
yeah.
well, try have a business that isn't serving anyone.
It doesn't. You can't. It's impossible. It's
No,
superfluous.
it's just
Doesn't
like
exist.
a
Doesn't
corrupt
make sense.
government.
Oh my god.
I'm teasing.
Dude, thanks.
I'm
I just got
teasing.
fucking demonetized. Dude, thank you.
Thanks,
Now I'm
I'm
getting no
cancelled.
coin.
Let's talk about gender. No, I'm joking.
We can get into it. No, please, go. Please.
Yeah, I think like business is the best. Business is creation. Business is when you're at your best.
Business is the best.
Like, because like
That's the name of the podcast.
business is the best, bro. Like, and business comes from sacrifice. It comes from people probably doing what they don't want to do, but they're doing it for someone to provide you service. And it's like individuals have to be at their best to create businesses, especially a successful business.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be at their individuals have to be at their best to like really provide good to the world. So it's like really hard. You hear about people like, you know, if you're not like, if you're kind of not at your best, and you know there's something going on with you, then you're kind of what you're contributing to the world may be a reflection of how you're feeling. And if you're not feeling very good, your contribution may not be very good.
You know,
Which is harsh, but is kind of true.
yes and no, like, because when you said that, I thought of a really good example that's like kind of, because I can think of examples that I would agree with you with. There's an example, like, I use this artist, his name is Mountaineery. He's a terrific artist, like, but he made this album, A Crow Looked at Me. He made an album of, like, cataloging his emotional experience throughout the process of his wife dying from cancer.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, it is. I've listened to the album twice in my life. I don't think I'll ever listen to it again. It is phenomenal music. It's really great, but it's coming from that point where it's fucking gut-wrenching sadness and loss and just despair, and it's conveyed perfectly through the words he uses and the melodic and melancholic like melodies and shit that he uses. That is a good example of like when he's not at his best, he made something. It's terrific. Like,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Like, musically, it makes sense. And, like, the emotion elicited, it's worth some value for sure. But it's fucking horribly sad, you know, and you can't experience it like you would when people make other shit.
Yeah.
There is a place for shit like that.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think it is far outweighed by the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those things where it needs to exist.
Well, would you prefer to be happy or would you prefer to be sad?
Man, it's so easy.
Like,
It's so easy.
But that doesn't. Yeah, as you said, there can be like perspective can be king, and like
Perspective is king. That's actually the episode of the podcast.
yeah, like perspective really
Perspective
it
is
really is, and like if you want to have a perspective of what it is like to be in that much pain, then that kind of art can be really good because you can touch into that. But like, you know, that's why music can be really tricky as well, because in a way music is kind of like just competing for someone's attention. Like if you're trying to like make money out of it or whatever, like you're gonna have to like why would I want to listen to this, right? Like I got shit to do. So it better be like worth my time, so to speak. Unless I'm more into like I don't know. It's a very confusing equation.
Yeah, it's hard to talk
why
about.
you like music.
It's so hard to talk about because I think the music appeals to a fundamental truth of life, and it emits a frequency in which we can pick up in multiple different ways. You can hear it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it. Like it does all of these things to us, and that's why it's incredibly difficult to talk about like where its place in the world or in our worlds is.
But
subjective.
even for him, like that could have been such a healing experience.
Totally.
So like
it totally
that's
could have
probably
been.
as well. But so like art is not always business, and I think I was kind of talking about business, even though business is art.
It is art.
So it's like, that's a bit of a fuck off statement, but like,
I think it's
I'm sticking by it.
bro. Art is business, and business is art for sure.
But also, yeah. Anyway, it's fucking wild.
Okay, dude. I was gonna say this has been fucking just one thing to the next. But I do want to do something before we forget. You said you bought something that you wanna.
Yeah. So like a week ago, just for context, you were like, "You're gonna bring something, right?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, noted. I didn't know to fucking bring anything, and I have nothing. So how dare you? I thought I was enough, but no. I was like,
Dude, actually, that makes me sound like an asshole.
oh, dude,
So
yeah. I was like, you asshole.
Anyway,
Anyway,
bring something, right? Dude, I am the something.
I'm glad you asked, because I was making me think. I was like, I don't know, what the fuck do I bring to a podcast?
Yeah.
I've never...
That's kind of why I asked you, because I was reading this thing, like it was about this podcaster, this guy, I can't remember what his name was, and he was like, yeah, I always ask my guests to bring something, and then I just never talk about whatever they bought, and it's like, why did he do that? And I've been thinking about it more, and I'm like, oh, because then, like, exactly what you said, it like makes them think, like, oh, fuck, what do I have? Yeah. And I like that, I think that's cool, but I want you to show me what you bought.
No, that guy, that's an interesting experiment, but like, dude, he probably wants to talk about what he brought. So like, ask him.
Look, man, you can't subvert expectations like that. That's mean ass. It's fucking rude, dude. Oh, this is awesome.
So yeah, I have brought what I could. I was looking around the house, and recently this thing found its way to me, and I was like, you know what? That's random enough, and obscure enough, and unique enough that no one else could bring that on the podcast for you. So I grabbed it.
Oh my god, dude, I'm getting butterflies in my tummy right now. What the fuck?
And what I have in my hands is a trilogy.
What the fuck?
3 books.
Okay.
I don't know the order. But these are 3 books that were written and recently published by my grandmother.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah,
Dude.
I know.
Is this the grandmother that you spent time with not so long ago?
Yeah, so for context, backstory, win some board. You win some, you lose some.
Whoa.
Anyway, she is an artist. My grandmother, and she lives up in Ravenshoe, in the highest town in Queensland. Up there, just doing her paintings, chilling above the poverty line, just scraping through and doing that stuff.
Very cool.
She's a phenomenally talented artist. Like, I would say probably, like, for what she does, like watercolor Australian landscapes, like, probably one of the best in Australia.
Damn. Dude, I'd love to be able to put some of her stuff on the screen. If you got some, send it to me for sure.
Yeah, sure. I'll fuck out of
Dude, we'll
find a way.
We'll figure this out in post, man.
Yeah.
Mate, do the thing.
Yeah, help out my grandma. See what she's been doing. Anyway, I've got these 3 books here, and I went up there, and because she's had an interesting life. She, and I know she's kind of all alone up there, so I wanted to go and spend some time with her. And as I'm an artist, I wanted to learn a thing or two. So I went and stayed a week up there.
Yeah, man.
And she was finishing off these books when I went up there. So she would type away as I would fucking lose my mind, try and find something to do. So I walk around, fucking Raven's Head. Shit. Anyway, and yeah, I haven't even read them.
The way you're looking, I was like, this motherfucker hasn't even read these books.
But I will.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Can I see
Yeah.
one if that's alright?
So, the Shangri-La trilogy.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, 3 books, and I've read the blurb, so I think it's like about. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, easy reading, big pages too.
Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me look at this. Oh wow, big words.
Big words as
awesome,
well.
dude. I love this. Dude, reading is so fucking hard, man.
Oh man, I can't.
I hate it when they make the words fucking small as. I can barely see them.
Yeah.
This is awesome, man. Dude, shout out your grandma.
And yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd bring it on because it's pretty interesting.
It is pretty interesting, man.
I'll read.
I didn't know she was a writer because we spoke about this a little bit, like your time up there and shit like that, in passing and whatever. So it's cool to get more of because you were there for what, like a month or whatever, a couple of weeks.
Only a week. But mate, that's a long.
Dude, I was gonna say it felt like a fucking minute
in this
before you came back.
day and age. A week, mate. Far out. Anyway,
time flies, guys. Time flies.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Really interesting person, really interesting experience. A lot to learn, a lot to say. From a different age, yet here she is today, still contributing to the world of.
Dude, look at this! Look at this stuff she's made that's gonna outlive her, dude. That's fucking fantastic.
That's the thing. That's what I was talking about. How precious, just creativity is. It's bro, you become immortal. You've captured.
She's immortalized herself not only in this lifetime, but for lifetimes to come after them. That's fantastic, and I think that is. Man, that's my goal in life, dude. That's fucking super inspiring to see shit like that, man.
Yeah, so I'll just, I don't know, read.
Yeah, go for it.
Whatever.
Speaking to the mic.
So, fuck. A story of a family which links 2 cultures. That of the white Australian settlers and that of the first Australians. But the story is far from complete, and to the youngest member of the family, Justin, so much of the past is hidden by a veil of silence. He is haunted by a desire to know more about his Aboriginal heritage. Where will this journey take him? So, Country Calling. That's book 1. Bro, it's called the Shangri-La trilogy too. So
that's fucking awesome.
Bro, I remember her talking about it and she's like, and this gun pulls out a gun, and I was like, Grandma. Blurb 2 of book 2 of the Shangri-La trilogy. Why attempt the uncertain career path of an artist? Why be bothered by a heritage no one else in the family believes is of any importance? Why? Gangster? I don't know.
That's the blurb?
That's the blurb. That's
Fuck,
it.
that is gangster.
That's it. I don't know what it's about.
No, I got everything I need to know. I'm reading this book.
This is the concluding book of the Shangri-La trilogy. Bit of spoilers in there, so I don't really know. But as they face the challenging of integrating their very different backgrounds, the characters who have throughout been on the characters who have throughout the story have been on the periphery, now for a brief moment take center stage. That's about it.
Dude, that's terrific.
So,
I love that you bought this, man. This is really awesome.
Yeah, I think
it's cool, man. You got like a little piece of your grandma here that's gonna be forever.
Yeah, and I think, fuck, she wrote a trilogy of books. She's got some incredible paintings. She's not perfect. She put my mum up for adoption.
Damn.
But that's what you did back then, back in the day. And like, you know, you never really know what's bad or what's good until, you know, the dust has settled.
Sure.
In a way. So yeah, that's what, when I was like, fuck, what do I bring onto a podcast?
You brought the fucking Shangri-La trilogy.
Shangri-La trilogy.
Dude.
By a secret who has spent a lifetime on the planet.
Bruh. You're really good with your words, man. It's true. It's true! What do you want from me? It's true! Fuck, that got so weird. Why'd you make that so weird for me,
sorry,
man?
bro, I'm sorry. No one compliments me. I just want to be heard.
Nice about me, dude.
I just want to be heard. Like all of us.
Dude, you're telling me, man.
I'm joking.
Actually, that's a really good segue into something that I want to do with you as well. You just want to be heard. All right,
I just want to be real.
All right, I'm about to make you be as real as fuck. I've been doing this thing through these like last couple episodes about purpose and whatnot, which I think we've kind of really covered that without explicitly saying,
Without
"Hey, dude, what's
actually
your
talking
fucking
about it.
purpose?"
Well, we've
Kind of
been building kind of a lot of bullshit, but
none of it's bullshit. Would
no,
you
but
stop
bullshit's
saying?
the best.
Dude, I can't tag this with bullshit. That's not. I have to say
I
conversation.
backtrack. I've been spitting nothing but bare wisdom.
Bad wisdom fun. But something that I've been doing is like this little thing, this little activity. Would you like to do an activity with me?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. You don't have a fucking choice. This is my show. I do what I want. Anyway, I digress. Do you remember like when we were in like grade 8 or whatever it was, and they made us write like letters to our senior selves or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I want to do that right now. Can you send yourself a message for when you're 30 years old? Can you send them a little message so then...
Verbally or written? Or like right now?
Bro,
I'll look into the camera.
I was
I'll
gonna
look
say,
at you, dog.
if you could look
This
into
is
that
to
camera
you,
over
Tom.
there and you could send yourself a little message, please, that'd be great.
In 5 years' time... Oh, this is way too personal. Sorry. You son of a bitch. You dirty fucking dog. You got 5 more years, kid. If you keep fucking around doing the same shit, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. And you know how that makes you feel. So you go and do that shit that you said that you're going to do. Otherwise, we're all going to be disappointed. And, yeah, no pressure. Just have fun. Don't take it too hard. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a couple kids. That'd be cool.
Dude, have a little... Yeah, that would be cool. Dude, that was great. That was nice, man.
But yeah, keep up the good work. Be good to your mother. Read the Shangri-La trilogy. Keep painting. Keep speaking your truth. And make sure you do your stretches every day and your push-ups, because it's a long game. And I want to get to the end.
Damn. I want to get to the end as well, dude. That was fucking beautiful, man. Thank you for sending that message and also letting me be a part of that. And there's a message in there for me as well. Do your fucking stretches, idiot. This is a long game.
Yeah,
your shit hurts now. Just wait.
Bro, it's
cuz.
not getting any better.
Just wait, cuz. Nah, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for all of this. Thank you for coming to do this with me. Thank you for
Thank you for
all of
having me.
this.
And thank you for asking me that question. Why? Because, yeah. And I know, kind of this episode's been about purpose. And,
More or less.
like, the theme.
It's a broad theme.
It's a broad theme.
It's not locked in.
It's a broad theme. It's different.
It's out there.
But, for kind of, I don't know, because, I know you. I've spent some time with you. We've done some things together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, guilty.
Not everyone needs to know about it.
only those who know, you know. You know?
If you know, you know. If you think, you think.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But I think bringing it all back to purpose, I think your purpose is just the person in the mirror, and then building them up to take care of the people you love and to bring the best to the world.
Bruh. Bruh. Man. I love that. I love that you've given me a direct answer to the what's your purpose question, dude. And I didn't even ask you about it, man. I love it. No, but at the end of the day, man, when you look into the mirror, yeah, okay, you might look into a mirror with other people around you, but who's the first person you look at when you look in a mirror? It's yourself. It's you. It's this fucking handsome devil right there. Look at this. You like that? Yeah. That's what I do in my head every time.
Wait, I can make this guy more handsome. Oh my god.
Somebody stop me. I'm about to become more handsome. Dude, I reckon we're going to become so handsome when we're older. I reckon we got like 40 years of handsomeness.
Yeah. Or we just say this and walk away and just smoke ourselves into oblivion.
Nah, dude. Dude, I'm gonna stay handsome, I think. I'm gonna get more handsome.
Dude, power to you. I reckon it's a good idea. I don't think there can be... I honestly don't think there can be too much good in the world.
No.
Unless you're fucking doing what I didn't ask.
Oh my god!
I'm joking. Hey bro, good intentions pave the path to hell.
Wow, back to back, you just dropping these fucking hitters on these kids, man. Relax, fam. Good intentions pave the path to hell. That's a big one. Nothing but good intentions here, I guess. So I'll see you there, buddy. I'll see you there. Nah, man. I reckon this has been I don't know how long it's been. However long it's been.
I've been here at least a day.
And enough times passed that I've got more hair on my ass. I didn't think it was possible, but I can feel that it's there, and I know it's there.
Why is it there?
Fucked if I know,
Dude,
man.
it's
the
world's a
nowhere
mystery,
where I want
bro.
it to
The
be.
world's a mystery.
Nowhere where I want it to be.
If only
Everywhere
I
I
could
don't
trade
want it,
places.
dude. It's fucking ass, bro. Literally ass.
Dude, well said.
Yeah, we've been here for a while, but I think that's a pretty good place to wrap it, man. I mean, we could do this shit all night. We could do this shit all night.
Painting's never done, bro. That's another art. When do you stop?
That's
Right
it.
now.
That's the thing. And that's where we stop. No, but it's like that's something that is, it's like, when do you stop? I think a good place to stop is when you've put enough work in and you're like, you know what? I'll take a step back. Yeah, I've had enough. Speaking of had enough, dude, I've had enough, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
Alright.
Nah, Ben.
Well,
I can't thank you enough for doing this with me, and I really love that you support me enough to come and do this, man. It means a lot to me. And it's been a long time in the making, and I'm glad that you made some time and that we both could sit down and do this. I got a lot from this, and I hope anybody that's listening gets something from it in the vein that I did.
No, I'll throw a lot of appreciation back at you. Just like, I think it's such an amazing thing to do, and I think there's so many stories that you will hear if you keep this up.
Yeah, man.
And there's so
I'm
many
stoked.
people out there who would love to tell their story.
And I can't wait to meet all of you. I can't wait to meet you, my little munchkins. Gonna come sit on the couch with me? Come on. What the fuck,
Luigi.
dude? Oh!
This is my black couch.
Leave him out. I can't wait. There's so many stories to be heard and times to be had with people that that I know and that I don't know, and I'm excited to do it. And I'm just glad that I've got one with someone that I care about and someone that I admire a lot, dude. So
No, I got a lot of
you.
love for you, man. I got a lot of time for you.
Man,
A lot of appreciation.
say less. Me too, dude. You were an early adopter of my crazy thoughts and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you perpetuating the cycle, cause look at me now. Look at me now.
Crazier than ever.
I'm fucked up, man. I'm drinking like 4 Red Bulls a day, cuz.
Apricots and strawberry flavor.
Doesn't even taste that good. I just like the fucking drugs in it, man.
I'll fucking beat up a kid if they discontinue it.
I said that. I fucking
know.
said that. That's so
It's
fucked
not
up.
a lie.
Cut that out, man.
Take them all. How many kids do you reckon you could take on at once?
Are they running at me one at a time, or they're all swarming me? Because if they're running at me one at a time, I got at least like 50 strong kicks.
You start the other end of the... I don't know. You got about 10 meters before the two of you.
And it's one kid after another?
Yeah, they got to get to you.
Okay, so and they're running. All right.
Okay, just how many?
Dude, I could take out 100 kids. Minimum. I'm punching hard, dude. I can punch so hard.
That's actually quite a dark vision.
I know, I can't believe we're ending it like this, dude, but it's true. Like, I could kick a
fuck,
kid so
you
hard,
could.
man.
Yeah.
So hard. Not that I would want to, I've got reason to, but I'm saying
Not that I would want to.
In this
I would
hypothetical-
definitely, like, feel bad.
in this hypothetical situation, yeah, I'm fucking those kids up, dude.
Fuck up at least.
At
Minimum.
least 100. You've got at least another 100 on me, and then whatever you think your score is. You definitely got the stamina.
Bro, in a way, it'd be some of the... oh, man. I don't know, yeah.
Because the first,
Like a UFC
10
fighter could get, like, infinite.
thousands.
Like-
Thousands. Hundreds
Like,
of
their
thousands of
morale
kids.
would just crack. They would retreat.
Dude, I think the only thing
Millions
that
of
would
kids
stop
just be
me...
like, no.
I think the only thing that would stop me was the fact that I've done a lot of damage here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
Oh, bro, you'd look at your hands and you'd be like, what have I done?
just like
What
teeth,
have I
like
done?
indents everywhere, and it's just all cut up to shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Peace
4
and
eyes,
love.
baby.
Peace and love.
4 eyes, baby. Nah, dude, it's been really fun. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. I mean, I could talk to you about this shit till the sun comes up, till the fat lady sings, dude. Till the kitchen's in the...
fat lady sings.
You telling me, dude? I love it when she does anything in my direction.
I love a
all the
fat
time.
Bro, sometimes I regret what I say.
Dude, this is immortalized in the paint, dude.
And that's the thing.
This ain't never... And it's beautiful.
You're like,
You
you
gotta
may
look at
regret
this.
it, but I have it forever.
I was going to say, I own you.
Yeah, that's why
Everything you
you
said here, it's mine, dude.
that's why you gotta be careful what you say, otherwise they got you.
I'm
Expose
not
him.
really saying anything that I wouldn't say normally, so I'm pretty content with what I've put out here, so...
Yeah, me too. I back
That's
it.
good, man. I'm glad you feel like that. That means
Yeah.
you got the green light, dude. Just post it.
Yeah.
Just post it.
Lucky no one's listening.
All right, get the fuck out. No, seriously, that was the last one. Get the fuck out, man. I can't tell you. I can't have that from you. Not from
Oh,
you.
shame.
Not from you. Look at my face. See this fucking disappointment?
I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
Fuck you, you dog. I don't
don't-
even care anymore, you dog.
I don't even know what to say to you, dude. I don't even know how to start.
Sometimes actions speak louder than words.
All right, how about this?
Wanna use-
You like this? What about these ones? Yeah, you felt that one. Yeah, that's right. That was something. Huh?
Why'd that make me feel so good?
Damn it! Fuck.
Fool. You fool. Alright, well, how do we end it?
I think we
Do we
just
say
gotta
a
sign
prayer?
off.
Do we dap it up? Do we hug it out?
I've never said
Yes.
a prayer at the end of this. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying a prayer.
What is your religion? Do you have one?
Dude, I am the religion. Me.
Spiritual.
I'm a spiritual being.
I am
I
my
don't
own
subscribe
God.
to any one specific doctrine, dude. I'm pretty like...
I think they've all got some good things to say.
Yeah, I think
for
they've all
sure.
got stuff that I like and I admire about it. So I think I'd be doing a disservice if I was to like... Are you fucking kidding me with
Bro,
this shit right
Ashley's
now?
calling me.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You're on the fucking pod and you're gonna...
What's it,
Dude-
9:15?
Dude, answer the call. I was gonna say...
I missed it.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, we'll end it here. But thank you so much, dude. Thanks for coming. Do you want to sign out the cameras? What do you reckon?
Okay,
This camera. Tell them what you got going on in your life, man.
I got nothing going on. Help me.
You got any final messages for the people?
Just,
You'd be surprised. This gets a few downloads these days, so people are listening.
it's kind of building traction.
It's kind of
Dude,
slow,
I
slow
noticed.
burning.
I'm there, bro. I'm downloading it. I'm saving it. It's in my cloud.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
It's
gonna
not a-
come if you say that again. That's awesome.
I've got your creations are in my cloud,
Oh my god.
and I'm gonna keep adding them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep creating, dude. I'm gonna keep excreting creation, dude.
Dude, I thought you were gonna
Just
say
be-
you would keep coming.
I should have said that. I should
I'm
have
glad
said
you didn't. You're a stronger man than I am.
Yeah.
Tony.
I don't know where that strength came from because I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the word anymore. But I say it a lot.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you know what you are.
You are what you eat.
Come. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate all of the time spent here,
Yeah.
now, and in the
And
future.
we'll keep taking your time if you keep giving it to us.
Absolutely. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll do whatever you ask.
I'll do anything,
Just love me.
please.
That's all I want. That's all I need.
I mean, am I asking for a lot? I don't think so. Just a little bit of affection.
Before you
TLC.
were asking for the whole world to like just cuddle you.
Hypothetical situation. I don't want the whole world to cuddle. I just want everyone to at least have an embrace.
It's fair.
I think that's fine. I think that's normal. Anyway, this is done.
Peace
Thank you
and
so
love.
much for listening. Cheers, guys. Yeah, cuz. No, you were asking if we embrace?